Hello and good afternoon. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. Today is Sunday, 2nd day of February 2024. Please pardon my camera today. I'm using a different device entirely for this broadcast, so you will not see the quality of the video very well. But today we have a very important discussion, today, and we have to analyze and know the consequences of what is happening before our eyes today. A lot of people are paying deaf ear to what is going on in Nigeria. But for me, I am not going to, pay deaf ears to them. And the thing that is going on today, even though what we are saying here and what other people are saying, it is important for us to say, because tomorrow posterity is going to judge us. Tomorrow, everybody will come to realize people who really, voiced out and people who were afraid not to speak forth. Now, there are a lot of things that has been going on, especially when it comes to the issue of the expansion of the Sharia law, the expansion of the Islamization in Nigeria. Now, I want to state categorically there that in this video, I will establish a very good fact that it is not all Muslims that are carrying this thing on their head. A lot of Muslims in Nigeria understand the way Nigeria is, but there are a particular set of people who are using the religion to conquer, to influence people, to take over, and so on and so forth. We are going to, go through that today. Now, as you can see on the screen, Kogi Jihadist threaten Yoruba people for rejecting Sharia law. Kogi Jihadist threatens Yoruba people for rejecting Sharia law. This is a very serious matter, okay? And he said it is time to start preaching jihad in Yorubaland. Now, we are going to play the videos for you to see that what we are saying here is not because we just come out to say it, okay? Things has been going on in Nigeria, and it's important people know where we are today. It is important people know what is going on today. Now, about this issue of jihad, the issue of Sharia, and so on and so forth, it all started to get, weighty when they said they want to establish a Sharia court in Oyo. Makinde rejected it. They said Osun people kick. Before we know, they said they sat in Ekiti State. Now, these people are coming with a different narrative, saying that people are preventing them not to practice their own religion, that their religion is being threatened. That is what they are parading today. That is the narrative, that their religion is being threatened, that they thought they belongs to Nigeria in their soil, that you can't stop them not to practice their religion. And I want to set the record straight that is a lie. Anybody telling you that the religion, the Muslim religion is being threatened in Nigeria, that people are not allowing them to practice it, it is a lie. Because their constitution, the Sharia law, is the only constitution in Nigerian constitution. These people, what they want to do is that they want to force people to bow to their religion. Now, let me tell you, if you go to almost the whole states in the country, you see that we have mosques everywhere, right? Nobody stops you from building your mosque. Nobody stops you from worshiping the way you worship. But the problem is that people will not allow you to make them to be subjected to your rules when it comes to the Sharia law. That is what people are kicking against. And they have seen things happen, how the Hausas today are totally silent. What happens to the only, what is it called, 9 northern states of Sharia? What happens to it? Why is it that people are trying to make sure that, they put it everywhere in Nigeria? Anyway, all these things happening today, the question I want to ask you, do they tell us that such a thing will happen? Did anyone predict that what is happening today would happen? Of course, yes. A lot of people predicted that what is going on today will happen. And one of them is Nnamdi Kanu. Let's take a listen.
Every Yoruba person supporting Fulani, you are setting up yourself to become like the Hausa people. Remember when Hausa was supporting Fulani? We are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Where are the Hausa people today? I ask you. Fulani have completely overwhelmed them. It's called emasculation. Completely emasculated them. The same thing is going to happen to you. Traitors, saboteurs in your midst, they will promise them heaven and earth. They will give them anything they ask for. in order to ensure that they get into you, they subjugate. Now they have left the Lauren, having taken a Lauren and taken it to Sokoto. They now want to come into Oyo. They want to come into Ondo. Once they take over all those places, it's over for the Yoruba race. Over for you. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to fight for your freedom, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you'll be more useless than a Hausa peasant doing Babi Yala somewhere in Zaria. That is the future that awaits you. Now, our people must understand this very clearly, especially my Yoruba brothers and sisters. It is about time you stop supporting evil.
If you listen to the video, if you listen to this video tape, this video was made about 5 to 6, 7 years ago, okay? That was about 6 years ago now, okay? Now, Nnamdi Kanu predicted that Yorubaland will be taken by people who are using religion to conquer people, not all Muslims, okay? He predicted that Yorubaland will be taken. Now, for you to know that Nnamdi Kanu knows everything that is going to happen, okay? I don't know how, but he knows. Now, he predicted that people that will help them to achieve this are Yoruba Muslims. Now, last week, some senior advocate of Nigeria, former governors who are Yorubas, they took the case to court. That Sharia court, Sharia and all those things must be installed and established in Yorubaland. Now, this is how Nnamdi Kanu foretold that this set of people, these Yoruba Muslims, that they will be the one that will champion the cause of Islamization. Let's take a listen.
Everybody they call a Nigerian, they occupy all sensitive positions, nobody is complaining. They have taken nepotism to a new level, nobody is complaining. Everything they dominate and they control, nobody is complaining. And all the Yoruba does is to say, as long as you give us the presidency in 2023, you can kill, you can loot, you can pillage, there is no problem. Fulani are being allowed to get away with these excesses because they have subdued everybody. Nigeria has effectively become a Fulani caliphate before our own very eyes. The undue influence of Yoruba Muslims in the affairs of Yorubaland will mark the end of them as a great race. I've said this, but I'll keep saying it. The Yorubas, their punishment will come last, and it will be even far more devastating than that witnessed by any other ethnicity. They should mark my words. The Yorubas have not learned from history. The Afonja and Janta Alimi saga is still there. The Abiola humiliation is still there. Ironically, most people hardly learn from any of these past histories, even though we all know that history could easily repeat itself. We know that what the Fulani want, as they have been commanded, is to dip their Quran into the sea, and with the help of Biafran politicians, they are on their way to achieving that. They will plunder our resources like an invading force while enslaving everyone with the help of those that you call your leaders, Haneze and your governors, which incidentally they all planted themselves. Having overpowered most of Nigeria and brought them to their heels, Biafra land is the final target they have set their sights on as the only subsisting obstacle to their grand design. They are therefore converging on Biafra land like vultures. The vast hydrocarbon deposits in Biafra land, which is oil and gas for us, is seen by them as their gift from their great-grandfather Otman Domfodio and their God. Luckily for them, the so-called South-South political leaders are so naive that their impotency and misguided antagonism towards the Igbo has paved the way for complete caliphate domination of the Bight of Biafra. Everybody they call a Nigerian, they occupy all sensitive positions, nobody is complaining. They have.
So that is part of it. We are going to dig deep into this issue. Now, on a Twitter space, that was yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday they sent it to me. There was a public opinion discussion about the issue of Sharia court in Yorubaland, and a lot of people were discussing about it. So this, what is it called? This Kogi Jihadist. So he came to the platform, he came to, to air his own view. And according to him, he was speaking what is in the mind of so many people. Okay. Now, this is what he said. He threatened Yoruba people for rejecting the Sharia law. And he said that it is time to start preaching jihad in Yorubaland. Okay. Now, before we open our lines, I want us to listen to what the guy said, because I want to tell you that his statements, apart from the threat he gave to Yoruba people, his statements, his confessions was manipulative. It is manipulative in the sense that this guy was trying to play a victim's part, a victim's agent, a victim's person. He was trying to say that the right of practicing Muslims is being threatened in Nigeria. Who does that? Where did that come from? If he said that the right to practice Christianity is threatened in Nigeria, okay, we will understand that in the sense that as a Christian, there are so many things that you can do on your own, but you can't do it when you are not in a Christian-dominated areas like the southwest or the southeast. So when it is time for those Jihadists, you cannot even come out outside to eat. If you have a hotel, you cannot even sell beer. But at the end, they collect the tax from the beer. You don't drink beer, but you collect the taxes from the beer. So what we are saying is that there is a great danger ahead of us. Let us not pretend that everything is well, okay? There is a great danger. Where I stay, in my state here, since day before yesterday, there have been a lot of killings, a lot of ambush from the same set of people in the bush killing people. What is their purpose? Anyway, we are coming to that. Let's visit what really transpired on Twitter space yesterday.
And progress. I think if we want to have a very decent conversation, there are some characters, particularly as regard them. For me, I don't know if it is still a cruise to some people, but it has now gone beyond cruise. When the life and religion of a group of people is being threatened on their own soil, where they want, some group of people want to turn a fellow, their fellow countrymen and tribe men into second-class citizens in their own father's land because they practice certain religion. That is no longer, it shouldn't be taken for a joke. No agenda should even be tolerated. My joy is I'm not from the southwest, and I'm not living in the southwest. And God forbid that I'll be in the southwest and then I'll have some people want to dictate to me on how to practice my religion. It will never happen. I'd rather die than succumb to that kind of mental slavery. Again, I can never be from the southwest or live in the southwest and then tolerate what the Muslim Ummah are tolerating in the southwest today. And it is gradually spreading. You could see what they are doing to the Sultan of Sokoto, the president of the NSCIA, where you have a bunch of vagabonds, and you have a bunch of subliterate, untrained, uncircumcised Yoruba nation terrorists, and their uchens, unleashing all sorts of unprintable names
You understand?
on the
It's not
person
under
and office
Yoruba
of the
people
Sultan,
terrorists.
simply because he is playing his role as the leader of the Muslim Ummah in Nigeria. But you do not see that kind of attack when the current president speaks for northern Christians. You will never see any northerner come and question what is the why the current president is meddling in the affairs of Hausa Christians, Fulani Christians, Kanuri Christians, Kakanda Christians, and so on and so forth. And so when you now have a particular tribe, and I keep saying it, Yoruba tribe fell so horribly. I don't know where we got it wrong, but it is, I am ashamed that I even have, traces of Yoruba heritage. When I look at what has happened in the last few hours or few months since, the ISP conversation took off, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that the people we have even been putting our eyes on as being the most intolerant in terms of religion is very far from it. I say publicly and openly here that the Yoruba non-Muslims are the most intolerant human beings in all ramifications. I mean, not just intolerance against Christianity, against Islam. They are the most intolerant, especially those that tag themselves conservatives. And they have one thing in common. These are people that they don't exist off social media. That is one. Secondly, these are people that they can't even point you to their father's house in that Yoruba, in so-called Yoruba land. So it is no longer, no longer a cruise. It is now very clear that there is an agenda to completely ostracize Muslims and Islam from southwest Nigeria. And this is where jihad conversation come about. For those of you bastard that you don't know the meaning of jihad, record the conversation. I want to repeat it again. This is now the time that jihad conversation should be taking place now. Your right to practice your religion is being threatened. That is why you're admonished. That is the only thing you should fight. You can fight. When people are threatening you from practicing your religion, that is what is happening now. Your right to practice your religion peacefully is now being threatened. They don't want you to exercise your right to practice your religion. That is where jihad conversation should come about. That's why we should even be discussing it. What did the teachings, what is jihad all about? What is jihad all about? If you have state governors giving voices, to the online mobs and vagabonds, and people who don't even have a name, who don't have a face, you have state government, you have Christian traditional rulers also amplifying and giving them voices, then you should know that you are now at the breaking point. You should know that you are now in a situation whereby you are not in any way better than the Palestinians and the Gazas. The only difference is that while it is foreigners, the Israelis that are oppressing, trying to steal the land of the Palestinians, your so-called fellow Yorubas are the one that is trying to render you second-class citizens in your own father's land. They are the ones that want to ostracize you and your religion simply because they are either too uninformed, or they are just the level of their Islamophobe cannot just be helped anymore. So I would be surprised. I would actually be surprised, if we are having conversation and at the end of the day, we allow people with agenda to come and interject it. I shouldn't even be speaking on this because, like I said, I'm not a Yoruba man. I am a Noko man. I'm not from the southwest. I'm from Kogi State. And as a Muslim, the Sultan speaks for me and represent my interest. So when you see some group of barbarians from the so-called Yorubaland, southwest Nigeria, the Yoruba nation terrorists and their apologists, when you see the unprintable names that they have been calling the Sultan, this is just a warning. Alaafin of Oyo is not somebody that we can also not drag. The Oni of Ife is also not somebody that we cannot drag. So when you decide to be unfortunate, and then when we now want to push back, you now begin to say, oh, I told you Yoruba is a Fulani slave. Yeah, yes, I am. My mother is a Fulani. In fact, I identify more with my Fulani heritage. So this will be just, wetting the ground for what will be happening in the coming months, the coming days, and the coming weeks. If I ever come to you to ask for your vote, don't to hell with you and your vote. I don't need the vote of Lagos. I don't need the vote of Oshun. I don't even need whatever your so-called Yoruba conservatism have to offer. They are useless to me. It has never in any way, it is completely useless to me. If I want to contest election, I'll contest in Kogi. My Okun people, we don't discriminate. We are not Islamophobe. So if I come to you for any future election, the Alaafin of Oyo, remember what you said about the Sultan of Sokoto, who is simply representing you. We are still is and progress.
You know, I have to cut out so many places that the guy really threatened traditional rulers, because I don't want such thing to appear on my platform, because I hold respect for almost the whole traditional rulers. Because if Nigeria is not being conquered by Britain, your traditional rulers are supposed to be your leader. We don't know who's supposed to be our governors, all these politicians. They are not supposed to be in existence. So everything this guy said now with the issue of all these, jihadist Sharia going on in Yorubaland, when you look at it, do you see any different with this video that I showed you before that Nnamdi Kanu said?
Every Yoruba person supporting Fulani, you are setting up yourself to become like the Hausa people. Remember when Hausa was supporting Fulani? We are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Where are the Hausa people today? I ask you. Fulani have completely overwhelmed them. It's called emasculation. Completely emasculated them. The same thing is going to happen to you. Traitors, saboteurs in your midst, they will promise them heaven and earth. They will give them anything they ask for in order to ensure that they get into you, they subjugate. Now they have left the Lauren, having taken a Lauren and taken it to Sokoto. They now want to come into Oyo. They want to come into Ondo. Once they take over all those places, it's over for the Yoruba race. Over for you. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to fight for your freedom, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you'll be more useless than a Hausa peasant doing Babiala.
All right. Now, Mr. Christian, you are welcome to join this conversation. Good afternoon and happy Sunday. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, my brother.
The last word I'm going to say before I hand the microphone over to you is that it is too late to stop Sharia in Nigeria. It is too late to stop this Islamization in Nigeria. In so many parts, it is already too late. The reason why I said it is too late, it is because of what has been done already, not what they are about to do, what has been done. When you look at the years back, Nnamdi Kanu was warning them about this. He knew what was going on then. This is not a new video Nnamdi Kanu is using to warn them. But today, what are we seeing? Everything he said is just coming to pass one by one. And I'm sorry to say this, but for me, it is too late to stop Sharia practice in every part of Nigeria. So you are welcome, sir.
Okocha, my brother. Yeah. So let me just say that it's prophetic. It's the prophecy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the special one sent by God. But God has a purpose for his life. And I can guarantee you that by the grace of Chukwu Kabiama, the purpose will be fulfilled. You know, let me tell you this. I agree with you 100%. It's already too late, way too late. Why do I say that? Is that these Fulani irredentists, these Fulani crusaders, all these proponents of Islamic Sharia law, they've invested so much money, so much time, so much energy into it. There's no way in hell they can go back. No, you can take that to the bank. Because it's not just internationally, locally, they've invested so much. I told you that David Cameron pronounced Nigeria an Islamic country some last year, thereabout. It's all part of it. They know these things. Now, another thing is that I look at it in different ways. One is that, you know, the proverb, the adage saying that when you eat with the devil, you always have to carry the long spoons, right? So the Yorubas, they did not carry the long spoon while they eat with these Marudin Fulanis from the Sahel, who are following the commandment of their forefather, Uthman Dafodio. He told them that Nigeria is a gift to them from Allah. So that is the mindset of every Fulanis. The Sultan, the Sanusi, the Erufai, just to mention a few, all of them, that is their mindset, that Nigeria is a gift for them, you know. So they are using Islam to conquer it. So why do I say, the thing is this, over the years, the Yorubas, they've been collaborating, colluding with Fulani Northerners, and they have been enjoying the benefit of Nigeria economically, politically. They're rotating presidency back and forth among themselves, while we, the Southerners, Ndi Igbo in particular, Abanya Anyina Gota, then put us for Gota. Even one time, just one time that a Southerner, Jonathan, came in, they still gang up. These two people again, they gang up and they took him out. He only did one term. Now, so what happened is the Fulanis, to an extent, they feel a little bit disappointed that Yorubas are no longer like not standing with them, because they believe that Islam has penetrated Yorubaland so much so, maybe it's 40, 60% or 50-50 Yoruba Christian in Yorubaland, right? Huh?
Yeah. Almost 70 today. Almost 70. But I don't trust the statistics, okay? Because I did not conduct any statistic, okay? I did not conduct any.
Exactly. So 70 days, 70 days Muslim, 70 Christian, 30 or what?
Other Christians are like 25%.
And Muslim, how many?
70%.
Ah! That don't carry call with that.
So, these recent statistics for me is
manipulation too.
Because that was not it even 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Yeah. But, hello? You don't hear me, huh?
Yeah, I'm with you, sir. I'm with you.
Yeah. So the thing is, this thing when they talk, it's no joke. People think it's a joke. This is bigger than you can ever imagine. Do you know that the likes of Deboye, all these things when they happen, they know about it. I'm telling you.
They know, but they're not talking.
Listen now, there's a reason. Some years back, Adeboye attended a seminar in the UK where they reached an agreement that Islam was going to be the world religion, because that every other religion and politics has failed the world and has failed humanity. So Africa, but Nigeria in particular, because let me tell you, as goes Nigeria, it's like America. As America goes, so goes the world. For the most part. As Nigeria goes, so goes Africa. We know that, the most populous country. So if they conquer Nigeria, but they've all summed it up already, that Nigeria will be an Islamic country. But there's good news, and we'll come to that later. So what happened is that, you see this Muslim, like that guy, you play his voice on the ground, they are all, they all lie. In London, there's a guy who is from the Middle East, but he ran away because he saw the light and he discovered that, what kind of religion is this? He was just enumerating the things that made him to run away. He said that he's from Lebanon. So he told me, for the first time, he told me about this thing. He said they call it taqiyya in Islam. He said that thing means lying to people who are infidels, people who you want to conquer. You can tell them anything, you can tell them all the lies just to conquer them and win them over. And if you check the history, that is what has been going on in Nigeria. The Buharis of this world, every time he opens his mouth, is lie. Because according to this guy, he said that in Islam, that is forgivable, it's a forgivable offense before Allah. He told me that if you lie to infidel, people who are not believers, to conquer them, destroy them, or win them over, you go and pray to Allah, you'll be forgiven, because you are doing it for the religion. Buhari, everything Buhari says about Nigeria is all lies. All this El-Rufai, there's one they call Shehu Sani, who they come out, that one will come out sometimes and be speaking like a liberal Democrat, but these are hardcore Islamic jihadists. I'm telling you the gospel truth. He welcome Hamas when they come to Nigeria, telling them that they have friends in Nigeria. That's Shehu Sani. So what am I trying to say is that this whole thing, I feel sorry for people. Nnamdi Kanu was saying it. No, people did not pay attention, but he forewarned them, you have to be careful. This is what is going on, and it has to come. If you don't take a stand, and now it's a little too late, because first, they've won a lot of supporters among them, and they've infiltrated the land with their foot soldiers from the Sahel. They are all in the forest. And this guy is telling you about jihad now, that their region is being threatened, because jihad means when somebody tries to prevent you from following your religion, that is jihad. So that is what you're going to see start happening anytime from now in Yorubaland. Because the thing is, again, they continue with this. Like, I watched a program yesterday on Channels TV. Okocha, can you believe it? On this Channel TV, though my voice, something they do on background. I don't know whether from your side or my side. I don't know. You didn't hear me?
No, I can hear you so clear, so clear.
All right. So yesterday, I watched a program on Channels TV. There's this Yoruba guy and the journalist. Of course, they are the journalists in Nigeria. They control the media, the Yorubas. And the chicken is coming home to roast. Because in life, what a man sow, that he shall reap. Okay, so this guy, he works with Arise sometimes, and sometimes with Channels TV. He works with that Chamberlain. I think the Chamberlain is South guy or whatever. Now, he was there with another woman, two of them. So they had this discussion on, the topic was Sharia topic, right?
Yeah. I listened to it.
Okay. Listen, Okoja. To my surprise, because I followed the program from beginning to the end. The three panelists that were there, they were for Sharia. They were Sharia crusaders, and they call it a debate. How can you have a debate when you have only one side talking? There's no counter. Nobody is countering you. Nobody is speaking for the other side. And Channels TV, they call it a debate on Sharia. That is crazy. Because I listen, like I said, I listen from the beginning to the end.
A rigged debate. That is a rigged debate.
Exactly.
A rigged debate. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and then I turn around, I say, oh, wow, truly, Nigeria, oh, my goodness. There's no journalism. You are by far a better journalist than what you have in this Nigeria they call mainstream media. These people, no brain, they are cowardice, they can't do, because the one of the guy of all the three said something, and then I was pinching myself, I was like, so this guy who has been in journalism in Nigeria with Channel and Arise doesn't even know the difference between secular law and and the Islamic Sharia law, stuff like that. Nigeria, of course, we call it secular, but it's not secular, because in the Constitution it gives room for religion, right? Christian, Muslim. So it's a multi-religious state. It's not secular, because secular, like the guy said, which is very right, secular is a state where nobody practice any religion. That is secular.
Any religion, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But Nigeria is not secular state. So it has always been
multicultural and multi-religious state.
Exactly. So it has always been a battle now between Islam and Muslim over who is going to eventually take over and turn the whole country into one or the other. Because you remember that some years ago, Christians, they tried to bring about Christian religion, the ecclesiastical religion.
This year 2016.
They refused. They turned it down.
Yeah.
Now, but as regards that guy who was talking on background, they played the video, and every rest of them, everything they are talking is all lie. Why? Because you see this Sharia law, they say it's Sharia panel, not Sharia court. But the obvious thing is that Yoruba is gone. Because when they eventually get this Sharia panel, you know what the next thing they will do? You know what we follow?
No.
It's Sharia police will be the next thing to follow.
Yeah.
So when they now have Sharia police, that one now, Sharia police will begin to walk around the street everywhere, harassing people, how a woman dress, why you shouldn't eat on the Ramadan period, how you shouldn't have a hotel selling alcohol, how you shouldn't do this, this is how they roll. Jesus Christ. This is their signature, this is their template. But I feel sorry. I feel really sad that there are people who do not know that this is their template. This is their modus operandi. They lie to you. They said it's only for Muslim. Really? It's pure lie. Bunker. That the Sharia in Yorubaland is only for Muslim, not for Christian. It's all lie. Everybody knows it's lie. The guy saying that knows that it's lie. Because when they start, they will begin to harass non-Muslims. In the north where they are practicing it, they are killing non-Muslims. Deborah is a Christian, but they killed her.
You understand?
Akaluka, you remember Akaluka many years ago, they cut off his neck because they said that he manhandled Quran. But he's not a Muslim, but they tried him, they forced him into it. As we speak today, go to those states practicing it. They say it's for only Muslim, but you who is not a Muslim, you cannot drink, you cannot this, you cannot that. So how is that not affecting me? It's affecting me. But they will come and lie to Yoruba people that it's only for Muslims. Blah, blah, blah. It's pure lie. I feel sorry. We don't have to waste too much energy on it because if they fall for it, that is their own problem. Then the good news, like I was telling you, is that it's unfortunate though, because I know that our politicians, our political elders, those imposed on us, because these people, they don't represent us. They were handpicked by the same Fulani hijacked Nigerian system that aims to Islamize and Fulanize everybody. So they put them in those positions. And who puts on them is primarily the number one person. Because let me tell you that when you hear today, Mustafa Ibrahim Chima, an Igbo man, a Muslim. These are the handwork of Hope Uzodinma. He was using money to induce, to entice some of our youth and send them to Saudi Arabia for Hajj. Hope Uzodinma was doing that because they Fulani put Hope Uzodinma there. A guy that did not win election, they put him there to do their bidding, and they are doing it. But you know that Ndi Igbos, they are different breed. That is why from beginning they were not able to take a hold on Igbo land. That is why, even though we have mosque in Igbo land, but the time is coming. Everybody, because these people are coming to conquer, to subjugate, and to enslave, take over, begin to plot their emirs everywhere. This is the end game. So that is the good part, the good news, because I can guarantee you that in as much as the governors who are there temporarily, and all these Tolu, all these Uzodinma, and the Enugu and the rest of them, they are all breeding ground, preparing for what has been agreed upon, the things they signed into before they were allowed to become governors. Why they are doing that, the Igbo youth, 99.9%, Jesus Christ, we are never, that you can. So if they want jihad, we will give them jihad. Because we don't make trouble, we are peaceful people, we live our life. But if you want to come and overcome, to impose on us what we are not, it will go down. So that is the thing, my brother. But yeah, I don't know. I think you asked another question, but anyway, let's leave it there for now. So obviously, yeah.
All right, sir. So stay with us before we go forward to ask you some questions again. Let us go to WhatsApp and have some callers in. Let us also hear what they are thinking about this, because this issue, we really need to get enough public opinion to understand what is going on, because
it's happening. Okocha, is happening. I just got information this morning from a guy in Nigeria that part of the agreement that Tinubu had with them, more or less, before they allowed him, this Fulani hijacked Nigerian system, was that he will assist to introduce Sharia in the southwest, and from there they will take it down to other parts. And they have their agents planted everywhere. Aisha Yusuf, that one on YouTube, Asarido Kubo. These are their agents. Okocha, heaven bear me witness. These things I'm telling you, they're very smart, very, very pretentious, but these are their agents. But thank you so much.
All right, sir, because I have a lot of questions to ask you about some things you said, but let's get the caller saying hello, good afternoon, thanks for joining us, sir.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
I'm good. Yeah.
I can't hear you well, sir. If you can be audible. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. About the topic you're discussing, very interesting one. Your guest that said the Yorubas are colluding. I will say partially, there's an agreement after the war. After the war, there's this, when the Northern and the Hausa Fulani big leadership, the Middle Belt was compensated with police recruits, yellow fever, which is this road traffic, and military recruits. Then Hausas don't join soldiers, they don't join recruits. Go and ask anybody. nothing Yerima. When he was a governor, my brother was in depot there. He was pushing money for the Zamfara people that joined the depot, so that they will remain in the army because they don't like. That's why you hardly see pure Hausa girl in army depot, because the Zamfara are the slave. They are the one that need work. They are the owner of Nigeria. You hardly see a pure Hausa girl in army depot or police recruit, except a Muslim. By language.
Okay.
A language Muslim, yeah. So they compensated the Middle Belt called the Fourth War. The Yorubas took seaport as their own bargain. So there is this agenda of let's unite against Igbo, even though we don't love ourselves. Every tribe, there's no way that they say we don't love themselves, but they don't love themselves, but they really pretend to love themselves to unite against the Igbo. So that's why the water that's about to carry them now, they don't know where to waste the water from. Because we joined hard, there's an agreement, let's team up to fight these people. That's why the history about the war always come from one side. There's no history in Nigerian curriculum, but Nigerian government give history to the people how the war was before the war and how the war was executed. But from the Biafra side, you don't hear any history because there's an agenda. There are many things I ought to say, but if I say it now,
You can say it. If you think everything you are saying is true, I don't think there is any need hiding things, okay? Because if you feel like saying it, you can say it.
I'm not comfortable saying some things.
I understand, no problem.
Because I grew inside outside generals. I was born and raised inside them.
Okay.
If you see me, you think I'm a Hausa man, but you don't know that I'm an ipob. They always call me outside. They gave me Musa by name. So nobody knows that I'm an Igbo guy except those that know me from birth.
Okay.
So I had many things. So that's why I say your program. I was surprised to see you in Nigeria doing the program. They didn't pick you up.
Why are you surprised?
Yeah, because anybody that talk about something, the way things the way you are doing, they always pick them up. I was surprised they didn't pick you up.
But though I'm not afraid of that anyway.
I was surprised, honestly.
I'm not afraid of that. Maybe someone will come
you just showed that I'm not afraid of that. I love your program very well. I was watching with the other phone when you called with this one. I was watching.
As I speak to you, I told you that even in my federal constituency since 2 days ago, a lot of people have died. People who never prepared for their death. So at this point in time, anyone who is still afraid of his life in Nigeria,
we lose it.
In fact, he's not worthy to live. If you are still afraid of your life in this Nigeria we are, you will lose it. You are not fit to live. So there is no need to be afraid of.
And I hope they don't come because this is how they work. Sorry, brother. Sorry. Some will come. Some will come and tell you that they are worried for you or they are blah blah blah. This their mindset. If you Nnamdi Kanu. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. The corner just dropped.
Very few people understand this game more than Nnamdi Kanu or like Nnamdi Kanu. The level in which they operate, somebody will phone now and tell you, somebody can phone and say, Abibo, Abi this, Abi that, and the next you go say, I'm surprised that you are not in Nigeria, you are doing this, you are that. So what is that to Sowore? Is it not in Nigeria? They are locking him up, they live in this and that. Many other people are there too. Somebody is coming to say, if you are talking like this, they pick you up. Really? Okay, so then what? If you die today, you die tomorrow, death is death. Anyway, me when they hear, and they talk about this country when I day, if it happens, it happens. I don't care. So this is the mind of the people, and that is why nothing is being done. People are scared to even speak. Just a mere word. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So That is the issue. So about though everything I said in this platform, first of all, is confirmable. Okay, like this news I'm still telling you today. Go and you can go and Google it. So everything I'm saying is verifiable. That is number one. Okay, I don't talk propaganda. I don't talk. Maybe sometimes what police look into is they will look for error where you will lie, where you will not talk true. You understand? They will look for an error. So if they did not see an error.
And defamation,
exactly.
character defamation, assassination. And you don't do that.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly. So when they don't see that, they get tired because they don't see a loophole to hold you. Okay, maybe the only character defamation you will think that maybe this guy is saying, like when I ask question who formed Boko Haram, I called the man's name. I said Andemodo Sheriff from Boko Haram, and he's working free.
But so it's not your word. But you are not the one who said it.
These are verifiable facts. Exactly.
A governor.
And I'm not going to be afraid to say something like that. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm not going to be afraid. By the way, I'm too stubborn. I'm not afraid of anybody at all. So that is it. And let's go back to WhatsApp, please. If you are calling, you can call back. I've missed a lot, of course. So what we are saying today is that everything happening in Nigeria have been predicted that it will happen, but we did not take it serious. Now let's have a caller. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
It's afternoon here.
Yeah.
Yes, can you off your YouTube there so that you can hear from us?
Okay. Are you here? I'm hearing you clear, loud and clear.
All right. Thanks for joining us. This is afternoon, 3:20 p.m. Nigerian time.
Yes. Good morning from here. Here in New York City, we stay in the morning. It's just 9:20 here.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. My own contribution is that my name is Judo Kafu. I'm from Ikaland.
All right.
My own contribution is this Sharia law of a thing that is going to be implemented in Yorubaland. It's a done deal already.
Yeah.
Why I say it's a done deal already is because the Yoruba people themselves, the elite, they are all Muslim.
Yeah.
75% of Yoruba are Muslim.
Including their pastors.
In line with that, they already have the emir, Sanusi, the emir of Lagos. And all their governors and prominent members, they are all Muslim. So all those ones they are talking about, we don't want Sharia. Sharia must come to Yorubaland. Yoruba love Sharia, and they must get Sharia. That person that is talking, that young man you are playing the video, he's not a Fulani or Hausa man. He's a Yoruba guy. He says his mother is a Fulani, but he like his mother's people.
Yeah.
But him is a Yoruba man, a Yoruba clan, a Yoruba community that was cut into northern part of Nigeria, like maybe from Kogi or Benue.
He's from Kogi. He's from Kogi State.
Okay. They have a lot of Yoruba community that was cut into Kogi, just like Igbo community that was cut into Kogi and Lower Benue and Lower. That's how they have a lot of Yoruba. Like Kwara State is part of the north, central north or whatever they call it. So Sharia must come to Yoruba land. And Sharia is going to take over Nigeria because, first of all, Nigeria is a member of OIC. We should know that. Buhari spent $10 billion in putting Nigeria as a member of OIC. Everywhere you go as a Nigerian, people will first thing they tell you, they will greet you, Assalamu alaikum. You say, no, I'm not a Muslim. No, Nigeria is a Muslim country. Official, well recognized, Nigeria is a Muslim nation. Let us not deceive ourselves. Secondly, thank you very much for playing Nnamdi Kanu video or everything that Nnamdi Kanu stands for. And everything that Nnamdi Kanu have preached has come to pass. After the independence of Nigeria, a Muslim Fulani man said that this new nation shall be, must be, will be our forefather estate. What would they do? They will make sure they will use the middle belt as a willing tool, and the South will never control that destiny. Islam will take over Nigeria. Come to a place like Agbo, Ikalan. We are alien to Islam. But today, the greatest mosque is today built in Ababu, a place called Ababu. To the extent, these Fulani people, they came to Ababu and they came with huge money. How did they come? They start buying orange tree, mango tree, pawpaw tree. They came and start buying all the trees, all the fruit in Ababu village. From there, they go and lure to the Obi of Ababu, and they brought that man over. Today, Obi is a Muslim. This is how they come. They plan ahead of you. They come with money, with everything. So when they buy your leader, they already bought the people. Because in Nigeria, in Africa, we believe that when the king talk, when the leader come together and talk, they speak for the people, and the people have no choice. So all those ones they are talking, we are not watching Sharia. The governor is a Muslim. All of them are, but that's why they have Muslim tickets. And that is why they are fighting very hard to Islamize the southeast part of Nigeria, the Igbo tribe, because they are the only stubborn people that will be very hard to conquer. Because of our religion, our Omenani and Odinani. We are alien to Muslim religion. But unfortunately, it's too late. And that is why Nnamdi Kanu is still in the prison. Not because of the give us Biafra and this. Because that man spoke the truth. He opened a lot of people's eyes that this is what is coming. This is what is coming. Our people, we get Gokula.
Yeah.
It's too late.
You can only pursue the black goat when the sun is still up.
Yes, he told us. But what is happening today? They came with Roga. Roga not they work again. Now they come with Ministry of Agriculture or whatever they call it. It's not working. Even Tinubu himself is a Muslim. All of them are Muslim. All the whole governor you are seeing in the southeast. They bought all of them all over. Forget about saying they are not wearing Muslim shirts. They are still bearing their name. But in the other side, they are Muslim. Because that's why before they talk to governor, they must first go to the Sultan of Sokoto and go and put that white turban on their head. That is when they initiate them into Islam. Forget about the dress, they are wearing coat and tie, and they are going to church and calling Jesus. In them, they are all Muslim. If Sharia come to Igbo State today now, they will pass it. If Sharia come to Anambra or Ebonyi, they will pass it. The governor, they are all Muslim. They are deceiving the people. Nigeria is an Islamic country. Officially, we should know that. Thank you, my brother. That's what I want to contribute.
All right.
People to come in.
Yeah. All right. I really appreciate that from you. Before we turn to the screen, let us receive from other callers as well. It's very unfortunate, though. Nigeria. Okay, we lost that caller. Let's see if we can get another one in. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Thanks for joining us. Send us your name.
Thank you. This is Steve calling from Italy.
Okay, Mr. Steven. How is everything?
We bless God.
All right, thanks for joining us. You have the mic.
Oh, thank you very much.
You can talk to us in 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay. My contribution is what people are saying about Yoruba people have been conquered by this. I will tell you that it's a pure lie. It's not going to be easy. Okay. Because we knew their plan right from the beginning that this is what is coming up. Let me just put it in that way. We all knew. That is why we started all this Yoruba Nation of 18.
Okay.
And the enlightenment, people are being enlightened more now. People are even now discover that what we are even saying, that Nigeria must be broken to pieces, is because of this Islamization of Nigeria. So now, as it is now come up to everybody now, so everybody, at least last week Thursday, we did rally. We did rally that both Christian and Muslim and even our traditionalists, we did the rally and we told them, what do you call it? We told them purely that in Yorubaland, it cannot happen except if they want war. Because Yoruba are tolerant. If we are being tolerant, it doesn't mean that we are stupid. We know what our forefathers, we know who they are.
Okay.
It is both Christianity and Islam. It is being brought. It is not our father's religion. So we let all of them know clearly that if they approve or they do it, that means they want to separate us. So all these things we knew that they are going to do. They have been planning it. Okay. They want to use it to stabilize Yorubaland, and we are also prepared for them to also encounter them. So it's not going to be an easy thing. And if they bring it on, then we scatter everything. Then Yorubaland also that has peace, it will not have peace again. So the whole Nigeria will be on fire. So it is even good as the way they are bringing it out, little by little, telling us that they want to practice jihad. We are also welcoming it. Let them bring it on. We have parts in Nigeria, we have parts in abroad. So let's see whether they can win us, whether they can carry the victory. That is what we are waiting for. All of us knew all this right from the beginning.
All right, but I have a question for you. The former governor of Osun State, Aregbesola, with other senior advocates of Nigeria, are you aware of the steps they have taken by going to court to make sure that this will stand in Yorubaland?
Okay. Aregbesola is just an individual, just like me.
Okay.
He can do anything he wants to do.
Okay.
Anything. What did they quote when they started all this propaganda in Ekiti? They brought out the constitution for them that in Ekiti there is nothing called Islamic or Sharia, whatever, that they should dismantle the panel. And Aregbesola has started all this problem. Even the king in Igbo that is supporting them. It's still this stupid Aregbesola that brought that man into that seat. That is the reason why that king now is now backing them. He's the one that there is one imam also. The two of them, they are the leader in all this Sharia court of 18. We have known all of them. We just want them to start anything they want to start. Let them bring it on. Then they will not meet us. They will not meet us there. So we are expecting it. But what we want is we want everybody. We want to go. We want Nigeria to go. So let them bring it on. From there, we will know. Not all of us will know what is going to happen. But now saying that Muslims are 70%, the remaining people are 25 or 30%. They are all pure lie. They can see any propaganda. Even the Muslims themselves, it's not all of them that want Sharia, because Sharia is going to affect them too. So it's not all of them. So that is the basic thing. They can bring it up, they will meet us there. That's my own contribution. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I really appreciate your contribution. And I pray and hope this is the opinion of the majority of people in Yorubaland. Because for me, I hope that everyone can live in a place where anything will not be forced on you. Just live freely and live your life, explore your life.
That is Yoruba. That is Yoruba. But the way they are bringing it now, the way they have turned things to, it's like they don't want Yoruba also to be tolerated like others. So when they bring it on, maybe that's what is going to lead to the end of Islam in Yorubaland. Let them start it, because it's not our religion. They brought it from outside. So if they want to impose it on all of us now, then we now see. Thank you very much, my brother.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Nicholas. Please unmute yourself. And you have been here for a while now. Before we come back to the WhatsApp. I think Mr. Nicholas, can you hear me? Okay, let's have calls from WhatsApp. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Your name and where you are calling from?
Okay, my name is Uzoma. I'm calling from Johannesburg, South Africa.
Hi, South Africa, sir.
Beautiful, beautiful. A bit hot right now.
All right, all right. You have 5 to 6 minutes to talk to us. What is your take on this issue of Sharia that is becoming more tense, and it is raising tensions between the Yorubas and some Muslims, not all Muslims, okay? And not all Yoruba, but majority of Yoruba people are vehemently rejecting the establishment of Sharia and anything related to, dominating religion in their land. What is your take on that?
All right, honestly, Okocha, the only region that can stop the Islamic agenda is the East. You understand? Yoruba can always talk. I'm not trying to say anything. People should not misunderstand.
And you've got to give us your reasons for every statement you make.
Yes. I want to give you the reasons right now.
All right.
Yoruba will say agreement with you. The moment they go in at home, when the Oba says something else, whatever they're saying in the public has finished. Okay. Whatever the Oba says now, they will agree. You understand? Okay. Now, the reason why this will eventually happen in the Yoruba land is that they can go in and give Oba what is agreed, money. Nigeria is struggling to work, Okocha. Do you know why? Number one, quickly, before I come into more of the Sharia.
Okay.
There is no way Nigeria will work. The same thing with most African countries, because we don't have a natural state. You look at Spain, it's a natural state. Similar language, similar culture, similar belief. Go to Germany, similar language, similar culture, similar belief.
France.
Go to Italy, go to France, go to Saudi Arabia, go to Kuwait, go to Japan, go to China. You come to Africa, you carry people that have nothing in common. You force them together without functional constitution. The Britain know that Nigeria is not going to work. You know. So we must first of all stop fooling ourselves. I'm a post-science student, so I did this like an article. There is no way it's going to work, honestly. The only people that are liberal in Nigeria are the Eastern Nigerians.
All right.
Hausa man is ready to bring a dead man quickly, to bring a dead man to be president instead of an Igbo that is good. So the Sharia thing will work in Yoruba land. Forget about this noise they are making. The moment Oba gives them the reason, they agree, but it cannot work in the East because we are egalitarians. Even if the king or Eze agrees, the community leader will say no way. So they've never defeated or conquered the Igbo. They force us to be together in Nigeria. The Sharia thing will work in Yoruba land. Forget about this, their noise. I'm sorry to say, but the best bet for me, cut Nigeria into two. The East can manage with the Yoruba. The North can go. Everybody will be peaceful. Join your Sharia in the North. Don't break it down south. We are civilized people, but it cannot work in the East. If there is any other thing you want me to say, I can add up. But Sharia will work in the Yoruba land unless something is done right now. But in the East, myself in particular, it cannot work. It will be so bloody for them. No Muslim, no Fulani. Fulani, where is their brain to conquer the East? Do they have won any battle before?
All right.
Central African Republic, they beat them hands down.
Quickly, let me ask you a question. And there was a video I played where one man from Kogi State, as he alleged, was talking down on Yoruba people, trying to say that they are stopping them not to practice their religion. He's trying to link himself to the situation in Gaza, saying that is how Israel is subduing people from Palestine. But on the contrary opinion, I see that anywhere the Muslims want to build their mosque, they are free to build their mosque, they worship. What people are against is the imposition or expansion of the Sharia law, Sharia court, Hizbah, all those kind of shenanigans, because they said Nigeria is a multicultural, religion and all those things. So what is your take on that?
All right. Before I answer you directly, let me tell you the problem of Nigeria is the North.
Why would you say so? Don't you think that there are also problems from the West, from the East, everywhere, and there are bad people from everywhere?
Let me give you my reasons. The Nigerian problem is large, but the bigger problem is the poverty, unemployed, helpless and helpless people piled up in the North. Okay. Millions of people that are not educated, have no experience in employment, are not working, literally depending on begging to eat, and they are pouring out children. People are not seeing the danger. It's a time bomb. My security is from the North. He has 12 kids. He doesn't know where they are. 12. I was shocked. Ask him, 12? He said, yes. Where are they? He said he does not know.
You mean someone, excuse me, sir. You mean someone gave birth to 12 children and he don't even know where they are?
He told me practically, he said, Oga, I don't know where my kids stay. And I said, they go holiday now, they go make another one. I was stunned.
It is finished.
Huh?
It is finished.
I'm telling you frank truth. So they are pouring out like that, bam, 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 and they're not training them. No education, no employment. You see one person sitting with massive money in the North. You think North is a time bomb. So they're trying to pour in those time bombs into the West, and they cannot bring them to the East. And they know they hate IPOB, not for anything, my brother, but because they know they are unable to penetrate. One Nnamdi Kanu is enough to tell them the truth that has stopped a whole lot of people, you understand, from doing what they wanted to do years ago. Why are they holding this man? I pity them. Nothing should happen to Nnamdi Kanu. They will be so shocked of what he's wearing. You understand? The Britain couldn't the Igbo. You think this Fulani can. I don't want to speak further in that line, but the problem we are having is that Yoruba is too soft. They let in quickly. Upper said, this person said, and these guys are coming. Who is what they call it, Fulani man to come to Yoruba and say they want to establish Sharia? Yoruba is very westernized, civilized people. The Pharaoh-Timis of this world. How do you bring that and then force them, coerce them to accept this? It is not possible. If there are some Yoruba people that are so refined, you will go like men. How can you force this on these people?
But it is time for them to speak. You know, silence means that you support something. If you don't support something, speak.
That's the problem. They want to hear what the Oba says. But we egalitarians. If your father says and you're not happy with it, you tell Papa, no. Listen, let me tell you the major problems we have. In the North, we have the Fulanis. Where one person will say, go and destroy this place. And everybody will go and destroy without asking questions. And in the West, when you have an agreement with an average Yoruba person, he goes home to hear what his Oba says. If Oba says, go ahead, fine. If Oba says, ignore him. He will just ignore you. But if an Igbo man sits on the table and makes an agreement with you, that agreement stays. Because we believe in the modern democracy is innate in every Igbo person, where an individual supersedes the society. The individual is the person who says what is right and what is wrong, not the society, not the community.
All right.
That is why it's difficult. Yeah, sorry.
The last question I want to ask you, because we have exhausted your time, is, do you think that Muslim ticket gave the impetus of what is going on today?
100%. They knew already what they're doing from the beginning. Those who read the election know already what they're doing. The judges already knew what's going to happen. Everybody knows who won the election and why did INEC so boldly rigged it. If this had happened, if this can happen today, it will not stand. But it happened when the Obama was still in power. People will say, why is Obama still in power? Joe Biden was just a third term of Obama. You understand?
Yeah.
And our problem in Nigeria came from Obama. Unfortunately, people think it's not true. He single-handedly forced Jonathan out of the position and coerced Buhari on us. And I'm still going to stand to tell people today, let me make something very controversial. Buhari is not alive. I'm sorry to say this. I can tell you, I give you my name and number. Let them come and arrest me.
But do you have the proof of what you are saying? Do you have the evidence of what you are saying?
All right. Now, evidence is a very, very difficult thing in our society.
So anybody that alleged must prove.
Let me give you one instance. Have you seen in a situation where a retired president sits somewhere in Daura while his wife and children living far away in Dubai? Have you seen that? They are not together.
It's a big question. I know they are not together. I know this thing you said that they are not together. Buhari and his family are not together with his wife. But is that enough reason why you should say he's dead?
The more reason. Can I give you another one?
Go on.
There were three people. You understand? There were three people acting Buhari. The one was Dhaka, the one was Farah, the one was very young, so active. When he came back from London, he went to pray on a Friday. The way he was genuflecting, bending down, coming up, when the original Buhari struggle sits on the chair while praying. This particular one, I think
don't you see Tinubu before election and Tinubu after the election?
Tinubu is a typical practical cunning Yoruba man. He tricked these people to believe that he was
anyway, we have exhausted your time, and I believe Buhari is alive. It's my opinion. No, I believe he's alive. Okay.
Hearing my opinion, I'm gonna bet you too.
All right.
This man is on the phone is rotting long ago. I'm telling you, another time I can call in, give me a space, we can discuss politics. Maybe I can say something that will impact on people's life, and we can agree on the table.
No problem. You are always welcome on this platform, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, sir. So before we go to WhatsApp call, let us turn back to our brother on the screen, Mr. Christian. We have a very, okay, let me reduce it to 3 questions because they are numerous. Now,
all right.
The first question I'm going to ask you, sir, the advent, or let me say, the coming of Muslim ticket came like a surprise to a lot of people because in Nigeria, they thought that those things are olden days things, that you can't bring a Muslim to come and rule a heterogeneous cultural and religious place like Nigeria. And the people who are complaining about the rulership of these administrations are the people who said they voted him in. The people who are complaining most are these people. Now, when it comes to the issue of the expansion of Sharia, I'm saying this because it happened in the House of Representatives. The bill is still pending, where they brought the bill to make the Sharia law not personal. In other words, it will be binding on everyone. You can't say that I'm not a Muslim, I will not obey the law. You will go to prison. That was what they were trying to do in the House of Rep. And you can see ever since that time, now it has not worked. You can see the rudiments they are using to push. But these people, sir, they are saying that the Yorubas are preventing them not to practice their religion. How can you explain that to us?
Well, that is the thing. It's a very complex situation because in a way, Yoruba, one of their leg they inside, and one they outside. So that is why it's a little bit complex. But if you look at it, constitutionally, this Sharia they are bringing to the Yorubas, either in the form of Sharia panel or Sharia court, whatever nomenclature, is illegal. Why do I say that? Because they attempted to do it at the National Assembly. It failed. Now, whether it's pending, whether they will still go back to it, or whether, like Kunle Olawumi said, that they will go and begin to buy people, which they are doing as we speak now. So maybe then they will try to pass it. But until then, it's still personal as we speak now in the Nigerian constitution. But another thing I want to say is that there's a proverb in my place. No, Fumpisaka. I don't quite understand, but how it goes. But anyway, like oil, one finger touch oil, it will come affect others. This wahala when everybody they confront now. Now one man on Basanjo, because of selfish interest, his political ambition to, you know what I mean? That's why he allowed it in the, because he could have nicked it from the board, but he didn't. He said that he go this, he go that, he allowed them. And look at how it has fostered now. The big monster has grown now. And thank goodness, like Gowon, who massacred in the Igbo, Obasanjo is alive today to see the monster. When he was a baby, he did not try to nick it. Now, everybody is going through it. These are evil people. That's why I don't know why people listen to people like this. All this Obasanjo, all the people. I just look at the way our brain functions. It makes me, black people, sometimes I begin to wonder for the most part, what is wrong with us? You will see the root of problem. You will see how the problem come about. Yet you will be doing like this. I don't know what it is. Is it cowardice? Is it wickedness? Is it naivety? I don't know what it is. Obasanjo is alive today. The Sharia he allowed in 1999 is about to consume a lot of people. So your question was, what again was your question? Because
I was asking that these people are trying to play a victim's game in the sense that they said that people are preventing them not to practice their religion by stopping Sharia law.
Yeah, it's part of that attack here we talked about. They are trying to play victim game, but it's all lies because first of all, Christians try to bring Christian law. They turn it that they said that it will create chaos in the country. So why now? What is good for the good is good for the ganja. Now, why do you want to bring your own? Why are you bringing your own? That is, in fact, the most chaotic one because your own will come with everything. Your own. I'm sorry to say, but their own is terrorism. Because we're not making it up. We're seeing it playing out in the north, where it's being practiced. I told you about the Igbo guy many years, Akaloka. They cut off his neck because they said that he rough-handled the Quran. We saw how a Yoruba woman, a pastor, who was carrying out evangelism in the morning. You heard about that, right?
Yeah.
In the north. Okay. We also heard about Deborah recently. But see, when these things happen, all these, their Sultan and the rest of them, they were there. They did not. Actually, today as we speak, where are the culprits? The people that killed Deborah, where are they? Is anybody asking? Okocha? Are they facing justice anywhere?
No,
the answer
nobody
is
is asking. They did not arrest them. Even when the person showed the matches, his face is there. Nobody asked to. And one of the reasons why I hate Atiku is just a single thing. He tweeted about the death of Deborah. They asked him to remove the post. Atiku removed the post.
Yeah.
And such a person wanted to rule Nigeria. You cannot stand on your word. Yeah. So these are the reasons why I totally differentiate someone like Sowore, Nnamdi Kanu, totally different from all these politicians, because all they are after is the political power, not the interest to make the life of people to be great. It's so unfortunate.
You know that the likes of the Moira, very bold guy, brave, right? But at the same time, they are missing the point. Because why do I say that? They are hoping that or believing that Nigeria will work. Nigeria can never, it will never. There are only one way as it is now that Nigeria can work. You know, the only way that Nigeria can stay together and work is that everybody submit to this Islam, submit to Islamic Sharia law. That is the only way to work. But even at then, it will still be a case of basket mouth because so far in the north, everything we see that is yield in the north is poverty, darkness, and Amajiris on the street begging. So why? Because if they even set good example with it in the 12 northern states, that would be different. But look at them. They are the poorest. The children, they don't go to school. No, nothing. No, absolutely nothing. So you want to put it on me. It's not. So that is the situation, my brother.
All right. No problem, sir. Thanks for this contribution. And a lot of people have been calling us on WhatsApp. So before we hear from people who are on the screen, I think it's important we receive some calls from WhatsApp. And also,
hello, Kocha.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Kocha, my brother. You see, we have...
Please kindly tell the viewers your name and where you are calling from.
My name is Odumodu. I'm calling from Norway, Kocha.
Thank you.
Yeah, you see, we have a very big problem in that country. And then the earlier is better. I don't know if we can be able to fight it anymore because they have planted themselves everywhere, all over Nigeria. How did they come in? How did they come in? You know, they go to our leaders. They promise them position. They give them power. They give them huge amount of money. The money that comes, especially deltas, the money that comes from your own mineral resources, from your own oil, they carry it, they give to you to keep quiet. You keep quiet. You allow them in. When you allow them in, then they started gradually. First, nail cutters, oranges, selling small, petty things. And you are thinking that, there are no harm. There are no harm. Once you allow one, they will invite more. Let me tell you one thing now. Let me tell you what is happening in Delta State now, because I'm from Delta. Okay. When they meet our what do they call Igwes, our kings, they carry money, they give them money, a lot of money. When they give a lot of money, our Igwe will allow them in the name of Hausa. Our Igwe will tell them that they don't want Fulani because nobody wants Fulani, but these are Fulani disguised as an Hausa. Fulani will come to you, will tell you saying the Hausa. Our Igwe will tell them, say, we don't want Hausa, we don't want Fulani, we don't want Hausa. Hausa are good people. Of course, they are Fulanis.
Okay.
If you have like 100%, if you like 100 people as an Hausa in your village, in your community, out of them is 70% Fulani inside. They are mixed.
Okay.
They are mixed. So when they come now, they come in the name of Hausa. Then let me tell you, under maybe 2, 3, 5 years, you go see a lot of them in your village. Now, in Abo, they have what is called Hausa quarter. You know, the Hausa quarter, the one where they go born, the way they keep people where they go born for Umudede there. How did these people come? That place where they call Hausa quarter, no, the only Hausa they there, 70% of them are Fulani. And how did they come? Like as I told you, they bribe the Igwe, they make Igwes as a friend, their friend. Anyone they will give you money, you allow them. Let me tell you, they say history is about to repeat itself. How did they conquer Hausa people? They conquer Hausa people through religion.
Okay.
And they make them their friends. Okay. When they make their friends, They carry big money, they give to Igbo them. They say, we are good people, we are the same people, we are the same carbon of people. At last, they kill all the whole Hausa king. They impose their emails. They put their emails. This is what is going to happen all over Nigeria. These people are talking about, like, for example, they cannot penetrate Igbo, they cannot penetrate Igbo. Like you have power. Let me tell you, all our governors, they planted them, the people that they will do their bidding. Before you become governor today, you go see Saturn or Sokoto. Yeah. You go shoot an oath, say you go do their will. So when these people don't say yes, we that is like ordinary citizens, we don't do much have a power. But let me tell you, which power do we have now? Like say we decide our president, we decide our leadership. Even protests, ordinary protests like this, they don't criminalize them.
You understand? Someone who cannot someone who cannot choose someone who cannot choose his councillor, ordinary councillor, we tell you that they can implement Sharia. Which power do you have?
Can I choose that nonsense? You cannot choose your councillor, you cannot choose your governor. You say they cannot implement Sharia.
It's not by words.
You can't do anything. You can do anything.
All right.
And this one what they're saying now. When they capture Lagos finish, Ilori is gone. When they capture Lagos finish now, the pressure will be too much for only Igbo people to handle.
Yeah.
Lagos stay there. The whole Lagos stay there. Hausa stay there. The pressure with their army, and the Nigerian army and police and navy, every one of them. March to Igbo people alone, they're not going to handle that. Yoruba they fuck up. Yoruba they fuck up.
But you can't say Yoruba they fuck up. It's not all Yorubas, okay?
Wait.
You understand?
Yoruba agitation people that agitation for do one, they fuck up. Like
why do you say so?
Stand up.
Why do you say so?
They're supposed to fight too. If the pressure too much. If the pressure too much for Nigerian army, then go bow. These people go bow because the Nigerian army then they use.
They have a Amatokun already established by the late Kerodolu, who is one of the main sponsors of Amatokun. And Amatokun have been doing a great job in Yoruba. I can tell you this, that Amatokun is not like so many security outfits that they set up in Igbo land by the governors. Amatokun was working. I think at the time, whether the funding reduced, but now they have re-engineered them. They are doing a very great job. I know about that, sir.
Yes, indeed, they are doing a very great job. But the government didn't empower them because they have agenda. What are they using to do that great job? Compassion. What are Fulani coming with? AK-47, AK-47, machine guns. When you go hear machine gun from Lagos, where they come, people where they are, go down, they hear the sound already, then go on. You can imagine the only 5 Fulani people pursue the whole people, close the whole school. Everybody they run head scatter or culture we dey in big soup. Big problem. Only 5 Fulani people see and ransack the whole the data, the whole abo. With their AK-47, their machine gun, which the government empower them with. Okay, this one, Yerima Shekina, not being the accused as Ebuka, the founder of Boko Haram. You know that one is it not that one not enough example? The government has sponsoring them. If they arrest, okay, look, people they kill 3 people for whom they push. Then arrest them, they carry them go police. The next day they release them. Come from Abuja. They don't plant themselves on this key position when they tell them they control us. Operation, let me tell you, operation, they make white people mad. They make us crazy. Our people know they see all this thing.
It's unfortunate. Thank you. We have exhausted your time and
thank you, Kocha, my brother. Thank you. I'm not happy indeed.
No, is there anybody who is happy seeing all this happening? Don't forget that this immunity you are talking about is my backyard here, okay?
You understand?
Yes, it's my backyard here. And still to talk about another one happened to talk about this morning. So
yes,
you understand. So these are my areas. So when I'm talking about the issues of insecurity going on, people don't understand that I'm not saying what is far from me. I'm saying what is happening within me. So that is why a lot of people don't understand the reason why I sound the way I sound. So I am not just telling you what is going on in Sokoto and what is going on in Kogi and I'm still telling you that these things are happening in my community, in my local government, in my federal constituency, in my state. It's happening. So thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. You are doing a good job. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Bye.
All right. Before we continue with the WhatsApp call, let's welcome our brothers online here. We have Chuksev Acting and our amiable brother. We couldn't get your phone number, Mr. Awimbo. Mr. Awimbo, you are welcome. You can unmute yourself and talk to us. We are going to give you some time. Happy Sunday, sir.
Mr. Awimbo, happy Sunday to you, brother.
Thank you, Master Christian. Oh, Master Kocha. And the other, brother that is in the studio as well. Good evening to each and every one of you. My name is Awembon. I am, talking from the little beautiful city of Bolgatanga in Upper East region, Ghana. So, the great land where my father come from, their ancestors come from, and despite the attacks from Burkina Faso, what Burkina Faso is going through, Burkina Faso is curtailing them, containing them, and decimating them. Burkina Faso is moving forward, unlike when the French were pretenders to be there, helping them to fight terrorism, whereas terrorism was breeding very seriously over there. Immediately they left. They tried to scuttle that man, but they are failing. So our side there, we are also trying to do a great thing for our people.
All right, Mr. Wimbun, I have 3 questions for you. And before I go forward with the question, I think a lot of people who are new to this platform don't know whom you are. Mr. Wimbun online now is a man who served in the Nigerian military, so he was a Nigerian soldier. He served for 18 years before he left, the service and travel out of Nigeria. So we have discussed reasons why he left and his experience in the army. Maybe you can go and search it in one of our previous live broadcasts. But today, sir, let's go straight to the point. It is heating up. We talked about it before. The issue of religion in Nigeria is not compatible, and it's one of the reasons why Nigeria should not be one. Now in Yorubaland, before, it was Sharia court establishment, which was slated to take place on the 11th of January 2025. But the likes of Governor Makinde stood against it. He did a broadcast that he will never accept it as a governor in the state. They went to Osun, they did not succeed, and then they started a panel in Ekiti. And after that, in the midst of all these things going on, DSS arrested 10 people, Boko Haram, who were forming bomb in Osun State when all these things was just going on. And ever since then, there have been a threat to the Yoruba people, to the Yoruba land, that they must accept this. What do you have to say about this? Let's start from there, sir.
Mazi Okocha, thank you so much for having me. And the great people in the comment section, as you are coming in, please like and share so that other people will be able to come in and join us. You see,
thank you for that.
It's a big task for the Yoruba people. It's a very big task for the Yoruba people. And remember, these people will never stop until they accomplish whatever they want to accomplish. And they have the support of the government, the security operatives. That is the reason why they can enter into your bushes, begin to prepare, improvise explosive devices to use it against you, things that were prepared right in your bushes. And the one is, I will lay my blame on former President Olusegun Obasanjo. If Olusegun Obasanjo wanted the Yoruba people, this seemed not to happen today. He should have questioned the compositions of the 1999 Constitution. That is number one. He had the majority in the in the National Assembly. His party had the majority in the National Assembly, PDP. They can rally around with each and every one of them there in order to make sure that they amend and remove most of these things that tie 1999 Constitution to Sharia. He refused. And even January 2000, that time I was still serving. January 2000, when Ahmed Yerima, through the support of the Islamic, let me just call the OIC, Organization of Islamic Congress. Do you know how much they supported this man to convert on the implementation and the establishment of Sharia in 12 northern states? Didn't they succeed? Despite the number of Christians that they have in the north, didn't they succeed? When they were doing that demonstration, I was in one mechanized infantry division at that time. Obasanjo could not stand up using executive order or whatever to stop them. He said the constitution allows them to practice their religion whichever way they want. That was the reason why the whole thing snowballed into what we are discussing today, which is now detrimental and a very big risk to the people of Yoruba, to a larger extent, South-South, if there is anything like South-South, and Southeast. I will blame it squarely on Obasanjo, because Obasanjo had the constitution, had every right, the presidential executive order, to make sure that he works towards that 1999 constitution the army handed over to him, and find a way to make it not in tandem with the Sharia or Islam. As I'm talking to you, let nobody in Nigeria deceive him or herself. Nigeria is an Islamic state. And the tenets of Islamic State is what these people are trying to implement on the soil. Whether you like it or not, they will continue to press, they will continue to get support, and wait until one of their own come in. You will see what is going to happen. That's exactly where we are right now. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Wimbon. There was a public conversation that was held on Twitter Space yesterday, where a jihadist was claiming that it is time for them to start preaching jihad in Yorubaland. But what he claimed in that speech is what I want to ask, because these people are saying that the rejection of Sharia court or this expansion of Islamic law in Yorubaland threatens their liberty, that they are not free to, worship their God the way they want to worship. Is that true? Or what do you say about that? You can unmute yourself, Mr.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I listened to that idiot, that ignorant person speak from, he said it's from Okan. Is it Okan or Okan in Kogi State?
Something like that.
Yeah. And I believe I've been, encountering him on space as well. We've been arguing back and forth. I think his name is Abe. I think he's half Fulani, half Kogi. So yeah, that is how it is. Abe, Abbey. That's his name. You see, when Nnamdi Kanu was busy saying all these things, people did not believe him. Rather, they called him a criminal, a terrorist, an online social media president, all manners of names they called him. Look, the price you will pay for treachery is what is happening today. That guy came out to speak evil of the Yoruba people. especially the Christians. Before the attempt to introduce Sharia in Yoruba land, this modern day, were Muslims in Yoruba land not having field day to worship and do all the things that they want to do? So why is he now calling for jihad to be taught to their, Islamic schools and to carry out against the people he claims that are stopping them from practicing their religion? Mazi Okocha, tell me if you have heard in the history of Yoruba where an Islamic person, a Muslim, was, deprived of carrying out his religious, duties or worship. I have never heard that before, because Yoruba people are very, very accommodating. You will go to a family of 10, probably you will find 2 or 3 or 4, people with, that are Muslims. So how can you fight your own brother in the same house? So that is why some of them have been telling them, no, if you want to practice your Sharia, practice it up north. Don't bring it to Yoruba land. That they are liberal. I consider Yoruba people liberal. But you see, you cannot be liberal and continue to conduct this campaign of calumny against yourselves, and you think that you are going to survive the attack from these people. They will do it. That guy that spoke on that Twitter spoke the mind of an average, let me use them because that is where this thing is coming from. He spoke the mind of an average Muslim in the north. And they are going to begin to do it right from the mosque. That is where it is going to. And I believe, Nigeria should wait for what is going to befall them using this religious, problem. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. All right. Mr. Chooks Everton, if you can unmute yourself, we'll give you the floor to share your opinion, to share your thoughts, or what you believe about what is going on. Good afternoon. Then tell us where you are joining us from.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Kocha. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Chooks Everton. I am speaking from Tunis.
Tunisia.
Yes, Tunisia.
Right.
Currently I'm in Tunis. Yeah.
Right.
My suggestion. I'm aware of the topic. I've been following you. I'm a big fan. The issue on ground about Islamizing Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu, he has foreseen this coming. You will agree with me that he has been making brokers on it, calling women in Nigerians, calling more especially the Igbos to be aware of what is happening. Because, look, this person like Nnamdi Kanu, some people will not, sometimes when he talks, people will not understand. There are people that are giving him information, even right from the government's house. So when he made such utterances, we should take it very serious because he has the first class information, and the people punishing him with information are credible informants. So what I'm trying to say here is that this is a big shame to our big pastors, the big GOs, people like Oyedipo, Adiboye. These are people that really put Nigeria or put the Yorubas in this big mess. You know, the problem we are having in Nigeria is this. There are 2 sets of individuals or 2 groups in Nigeria. The other one believe that they can use, they can, in fact, they are opportunists. They are looking for any opportunity to, siphon Nigeria money. While the other parts are the ones that are interested in Islam, in Islamizing Nigeria. You see, when this issue of Muslim ticket came on board, those ones that claim to be big pastors that carry Christianity as if Christianity started from their family, they are in support of all this. Now look at the end thereof. Though for me, I think for Tinubu, he's not really interested in all this Sharia of a thing. He's only interested in power. That is for me. But the Northerners, they supported him and they are ready to die for him because they believe that Nigeria is a Islamic nation. So therefore, let's come out and support the Muslim ticket. So in their mind, they want to use that avenue to Islamize Nigeria. No,
All right,
but
quickly.
God
Another
taught them.
question.
Okay.
Yeah. Another question I want to ask you, what do you think that will be the best solution to stopping all these shenanigans going on?
The best solution is for the Christian legislative arm of government, those lawmakers, Christians, the governors, let them also come out with a Christian law. If they refuse this,
in the year 2016, they came out with one. It was quashed.
Yes, let's assuming that it was then. Now let's start. If they insist that Sharia will prevail in the western part, that is Ali Igbo. I work for them with a no-go area because we are ready to even share our blood. But if those from the southwest, their politicians, their lawmakers, they should come out with a memo that to propose to the National Assembly that they want to set up a Christian court or law. If they say no, then they should go back to a secular state. Otherwise, this issue will persist. So if you say for Nigeria to divide now, some of them will not say, some of them will not buy to it. More especially the Igbo big men, those that invested outside the Igbo land, they will not agree. They will always come to this, and our governors are not helping matter. The only difference between what is his name, Oti, and other governors is because Oti is being elected by the people. He was not imposed on them, just like other governors. So the other governors from the southeast, they are being imposed on their people, and that is why they don't care. All they know is to collect their own share and let the people perish. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. But I thank God for some of our brothers. They are beginning to wake up and beginning to think about investing home. The other time I watched a clip about B-Lord, how he's planning to, I'm not here to advertise for him, but his move is work on development. And we are calling on other people, other big men. We have a lot of them. They should think back home. If it is Enugu, let them focus in Enugu and make it great. If it is about, let them focus and make it great. Finally, before I leave, because I see you want to give another person a chance. The coalition the coalition that is going on gradually, P2B should never in his life think about Nasser El-Rufai. That man is an antichrist. I am telling you. Anybody that know El-Rufai when he was the minister of FCT, even do you know that his last tenure as the governor of Kaduna State, he ran a Muslim ticket, and he was even proud and was saying all manner of nonsense. Such individual, no matter how he pretend, no matter where he run to, these Northerners should not be thinking that Nigeria is only their property, that anything they do, anything they want will prevail. Because the thing is not favoring El-Rufai, we're not giving the impetus. Instead of me to vote for El-Rufai and P2B as his vice or whatever, it's better Tinubu continue. Because El-Rufai, his own is obvious. Yes, Tinubu may have hatred towards the Igbos, but not towards the Christians in general. But El-Rufai is an antichrist in human form. He's an antichrist. People should go and check his record.
It's all right.
Thank you so much, and may God bless you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
All right, sir. The hand of Mr. Wimbo is up. Yeah, Mr. Wimbo, you may respond to.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chooks. Mazi Okocha asked you the way forward. My brother, there is no going around it. Before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if someone comes to tell you that
Mr. Okocha, you give me the opportunity to reply you.
The quest for to establish a Sharia court in Yorubaland will happen, let's say 20 or 30 years ago, will you believe it? You will never believe it. You will say it will not happen. That will never happen in Yorubaland. But today, they are campaigning for you, and I bet you they will implement it no matter how long it is going to take. I'm telling you the truth because we work with these people. Go and listen to Captain Olawumi, what he said about it. Listen to that man. He was my former senior in the military. He was serving under the Navy. See, the best solution for Nigeria is not to bring any president, whether Peter Obi or not. Disintegrate that country so that the power they derive from that 1999 constitution will be destroyed. That is the foundation. The foundation is the proud, pure you are, Mazi Chuks. Go there and work with that 1999 constitution and see if you are going to be successful. They will impeach you. The North has the highest number of legislators in the National Assembly. They have more than half. So where will you garner support to stand as a president if they gang up against you? That is the evil in that 1999 constitution. You cannot work with such a constitution and say you are one or you are going to have a better Nigeria. We warned, we said it, we campaigned against it. Go and answer your father's name. Nigeria is not meant for you. Nigeria was not designed to work. It was not meant to work for an average Yoruba man, Igbo man, or the old eastern region of Nigeria. I am telling you the truth today. This going around. We were there. We know what happened. I can testify in any place how we were treated. If not because of your own capacity and professionality, your hard work will carry you where you should be. If not, nobody will look at our places. That is the nature. Where you are running a country where meritocracy is thrown on the ground. Thank you.
All right.
Yes. Can I say one or two things?
Of course you can.
Yeah, thank you so much. My brother, I understand what you are saying, but let me tell you, it is not going to be very easy like that for Nigeria to disintegrate unless there's an understanding among the regions. The foreign power, they are still interested in Nigeria because there are so many meaningful things in Nigeria that they are benefiting. And for such thing to happen, it's neither we come to oppose them in the sense that we bring our own wish, let them deliberate it. If they are not okay with it, Nigeria is not Islamic nation. It is known to be a secular nation. So if they don't want that, anything that they see, let them take. I am not saying that we should go into violence, but there's a way we can do this systematically and achieve our aim. So the fight should start. The fight should start in the north, in the southwest, in the sense that they are politicians, those that are well-meaning, those in fact the president of Khan, I have never heard any statement from Khan since this issue started. I have never heard anything from Khan. Those big men of God, the GOs that even prayed and supported Tinubu, the Muslim ticket, I have never seen them make any entrance. Look, what is happening in Jos? People, let me tell you, northwest. The thing that is happening there, if in Katsina State alone, in Katsina, places like Manufashi, like Musawa, and others, they are predominantly Christians. The thing they are facing there is not a child play, no be my mind. They are suffering there. They are being persecuted. So if we do not stand, if the Yoruba leaders, the Christians, do not stand up against this now, it will be like a play. They have tested Nigeria with that banner they pasted in National Mosque in Lagos to see the reaction. And it looks like the camp president and the well-meaning Nigeria, the Christian leaders, they did not make any bold statement. That is the first step. The next one they will do now, it will be disastrous.
It's all right. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you see, I always look at this thing because like a year or two thereabout ago, maybe even 3, there's this old man, a Yoruba guy, who was among the, I think he's among the Odua nation kind of people. So he made a comment because we follow these things and we read meaning into words. So he probably tried to spite Nnamdi Kanu IPOB or by saying that because he was asked, that how are you going to achieve this Yoruba nation? He said that the Yorubas are civilized people, that they will get their freedom, do a Yoruba nation peacefully, that they are not barbaric, blah, blah, blah. Well, he didn't say that we Biafrans are, but this is how he just phrased it. But I look at the old man, I said, there's nobody, no, in fact, history, there's nowhere. Go and look and tell me, people that has gotten their freedom peacefully, nobody does that. There's nowhere, be it South Sudan, be it where they will give you freedom on a platter of peace, whatever. No. So today, as we speak, reality is dawning on the table. And moving forward, even as we speak, you will see what is going to begin to happen in Yorubaland. As that guy threatened jihad, they are going to start. You know that a few days ago, or maybe some weeks ago, they arrested after they turned that Sharia this thing down, then they arrested a group of Islamists who are planning to. So that is just a tip of the iceberg because they're already there. They will start now. This pocket of jihadism will begin to happen, and so obviously it will be left for the man who said that they will get here about this thing peacefully. Then we see how he's going to do it, because one thing is for sure, Tinubu himself. If Tinubu, let's just hypothetical that Tinubu decide to do the right thing, that is either to call for a referendum or disintegrate Nigeria, they will take him out. These Fulani people don't know. There is their push for Islamization and pluralization is almost like maybe 80% already. So remaining like 20% to accomplished, because they have put in things, the taproot, everything on the ground already. So this is no joke. Tinubu, all this. So, and because it has so many other branches, that is what even make it much more complicated. Like we said, why is the Adebo of this world, if he says he's a pastor, he's a Christian, why is he not speaking? In his own land, they are bringing Islamic, he just keep quiet. The Kumuyis of this world, all of them, then the Tinubu who is a Yoruba man, who is a president, he has not spoken. This thing has been going on now for a long time. He didn't say anything, and it will start happening. You will see him saying, I condemn the behavior of blah, blah, blah. And but they've hijacked the military, the Fulani, because, that's my word. I always say, Nigeria is a Fulani hijacked Nigerian system. They have the military, they have Navy, Air Force, police. They are all these things they've already have at their back or in their pocket, if you will. So they will be but my primary, we are saying this for saying sake, my primary concern is Biafra. Now, again, I know it's not going to be easy, because let us not get it twisted. It's not going to be easy, but for them, it's not going to be easy too, because people who don't know what Igbo means, maybe they need to be told what it means. It's not just any other Igbo, Asian people. You cannot. You will go down, and they will go down. You will go down too. No, it's not today they've been trying to conquer Igbo. No, it's not today. Then the recent time now, they devised a means of using agent. They are Igbos, but they are put there to carry out the job of the Fulanis. This is what's going on now. And a brother made mention of OT. I said, okay, but what you don't know is bigger than you. There's a lot that we don't know yet about Abia guy. So, but everything is beginning to unfold, and moving forward is going to unfold even more, because these people now, they're like at the tip of it all. These Islamists, they are the tip. They want to do something now. So, and everything will begin to come out now in the open. Thank you, my brother.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. I think we have to go back to WhatsApp calls. Just one or two calls. We see one or two calls before we come to finalize on our guest on the screen.
In 1914, Nigeria was created by one sick man called Lord Lugard. And there is nobody called a Nigerian. If you go to Lagos and there's somebody in the bus and they ask, how many people are in the bus? They say 5 persons and 1 Gambari. Who is the Gambari? Is he not supposed to be a Nigerian? If you go there, you go to the north, they say Nyamiri. You go there, say, Berebe Banzani. If they are rioting in Kano, they will not look for Ghanaians to kill. They will look for Igbos, Yorubas, and Ijaws to kill. The same is everywhere. So where is the Nigeria we are talking about? Until the issues of the Niger Delta and the people who are dispossessed of their sovereignty is solved, there will be no peace. And people like us will not agree. Because the Bible says, and I want to quote, how can I sing the Lord God's song in a strange land? How can I, an Ijaw man, be called a Nigerian and be made to sing a Nigerian national anthem when I am not a Nigerian? I live and die an Ijaw man. I will never become a Nigerian or a River State man. I am not. This battle stand called River State, why was it created? To cause confusion. When the Igbos rose against the Nigerian oppressive state, in order to cause confusion between we and our brothers, the Igbos, Ojukwu Gowon deceitfully created what he called River State, another battle stand, another homeland for dispossessed people. I want to say that our fight, the fight of Ken Saro-Wiwa, Isaac Boro, and all the fallen heroes, is to reclaim our stolen sovereignty. For this, I was detained for 2 years.
Your
video. I saw it late.
Mazo Kocha, this video was not made today, not even in 5 years time ago. This video was when he was campaigning.
It was about 15 years ago.
Now he's a Nigerian. Now he's a Nigerian now. He's benefiting seriously from it, so he can no longer speak. If he speak today, they will draw. They will open up all his, atrocities for him. So he cannot speak anymore. That is
Nigeria for you. They know the truth, but they can't speak the truth.
Exactly. They cannot. They cannot. Thank you.
All right, sir. You were raising your hand before I started playing the video.
Yes, what I was trying to tell my brother, Mazi Christian, is this. See, these people, they have a way of doing their own things. They are the master planners and the professionals in the use of tekia, deceit. Tekia is deceit, and it is approved in Islam. Where you find them, let's say, less insignificant, they will adopt what they call tekia. They work with you as they are growing and growing and growing to a substantial, share number. They will not come out and tell you their true colors. That's what they should do. Yeah. You see, the reason why these people have not gotten a very strong hold in the South and Southeast is the Biafran people. They know your makeup. They know what you can do. And that is the reason why they are now fighting the Biafrans from their political elites.
Yeah.
They promise them political appointments and give them contracts, give them oil wells. And when they are dealing with our own people, they will keep quiet. They will not speak. It was yesterday that I got to know when I was reading through Aloy Jimako's write-up that it wasn't even the dead Buhari, the impostor, that declared Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, as terrorist organization. It was late Abakieri that signed it. And our political leaders in Biafra land accepted something that was signed by a person that was not a vice president that doesn't even have authority as at that time. Have you seen how these people rule? Our people are subservient to these people. They have allowed themselves to be used by these people. They can no longer stand for you, Mazo Kocha. If they come for you now, they don't have mouth to speak against anything that is going to be meted out on you. They cannot talk. They have captured them, that they are doing to them what they did, British did to let Nnamdi Azikiwe, that made him to form an alliance at that time. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's hear from Judoka 4. Hello? Yeah. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I can hear you. You're online.
You can hear me clearly?
Yeah, you're online.
Just why I got back to the camp is because of what one caller was talking about the Adeboye. You hear me now?
Talk to us.
Yes, it's about what the caller was talking about Adeboye and the rest kind people. But one thing I have to tell them, let them go and look at Nnamdi Kanu deep and let them know about those Adeboye. Those people were Muslim, born Muslim.
Yeah.
They grew up Muslim until they discovered that there is money in tithe and offering.
Yeah.
That is how they convert to Christian. They were never born Christian.
Never. Go
look at them.
It's not compulsory that someone will be born Christian before you become a Christian, though.
I know. Why I brought it out is why I brought this issue out is to make the viewers know that how Islam is rooted in Yorubaland.
Yeah.
So if you are spending Kumuyi and Adeboye and the Jadijios in Yorubaland to talk about this issue, they will never talk about it because they themselves, Islam is in their blood. They only become a Christian when they find out that there was money and tithe in offering. Christianity is a money-making religion. So most all those ones that are talking, we don't want you Muslim. There's no way they can stop Islamization in Yorubaland. It must continue. Yoruba people, they must get Islam because they embrace Islam. In order for them to make Igbo race nothing, they use Fulani and Hausa. But today, the python that they helped to breed has grown and now it's coming to swallow them.
Yeah.
Everything they are going through in their Yoruba land, they cost it. Because of envy and jealous of Igbo tribe.
Yeah.
But today now, let them feed. That python must grow, must eat what is in that Yoruba land. Like one of my brothers had to say about IPOB, that the way they are going. Which way do you expect them to go? They are not violent. They come out with a placard. Two people kill them. They come out in the street of Aba everywhere with just placard that we want a separate nation. Fine, the civilized nation will say, is this what people want? Let us go for referendum.
Yeah.
And see how many people will support you people. No, they kill them. Yeah. So the reality of the day is that Nigeria is not for us. Nigeria is for Fulani. And that is why they opened the flood, the gate of hell for all the Fulani in West Africa, not only the ones in Nigeria, the ones in Niger, the ones in Burkina Faso. All of them are coming back home because Nigeria belongs to them. Yeah. And they say they will not stop until they dip the Quran in the Atlantic Ocean. It is their country. They are coming to get their country. Go to what is happening now in my Kalan, Umunebe, Igbodo. They are killing people there.
Yeah.
Every day, even if last
last time, so I think sometime last year, people vigilante, they went to the bush. 14 of them, only one came back, taking up 13 vigilante. They released one to go and tell, last year. A country where military escort Fulani cow, you go and chase away Fulani out of your village, the military will come and arrest the people. A country where a Fulani will convert a whole Obi of a town, a custodian of tradition, century, convinced the Obi will become Muslim. They come with money, with things to induce our leaders. That is why when I said what I said earlier, that our governors, they are involved in all those things. Because anything they will do must first of all come from Satan or Sokoto. Yeah. That day you get there and kneel down and they put that white blanket on your head called Taban. That day is the day they initiate themselves into Islam. They might be wearing coats, Ishlagu, and calling Jesus. It doesn't matter. But when it comes to Islam, they will never touch it. So Islam must Nigeria. In fact, Nigeria is gone. Nigeria is gone. The only way we can save ourselves now is to start enlightening our people. Because some of our people, when you talk to them, they will tell you, leave that side, it's not going to happen. It will happen. Because you see that country called, Turkey, was once 100 Christian Turkey. Today, what is Turkey?
Yeah. Constantinople.
Today, you see, the name of Africa is Akabulu. It's an Igbo name. Africa is an Igbo name. Yeah. Akabulu. You see those people today now, those Libya, Nigeria, they are not Africa. People that were living in that North Africa were black people like me and you, our brothers and sisters. How did they turn white today? Arab. Lebanon too.
Lebanon.
And they kill all the black people that is living there. Talk over there today now, you have Libya, Algeria, Morocco. They will tell you we are not Africa. When they see a black man passing on their street, they will be stoning that black man. They will be killing black people there. Because it is not, they are not original, they are not organic to that land. That land is for black Africa like us. They change them until they run to Sudan. And in North Africa today is all Arab. So
and that's what Fulani
coming. They come gradually. They plan ahead before you. Like I told you, they were coming to my village at Babu. There was no mosque in Ababu. There was no mosque in Ababu. They came and be buying orange and pineapple and buying all those things. From there, they were knowing all the groups and corners of Ababu. To the extent they use money and lure the OP, the king of a town, become a Muslim. If they can convert a king of a town to a Muslim, who are you that they cannot convert?
Exactly.
Who are you? If they can make some people youth, our brothers today now, they are not dressing like people from Saudi Arabia, wearing their on their head, and you are thinking it's a design. Who are you that cannot convert? This money. Isn't it money? The poverty that is going in Nigeria now, it is all in the game plan. Subject them to abject poverty, and we give them 100,000, they can change their father name from Chinedu to Umaru or Mohammed. All those things that is happening in Nigeria is a plan towards a civilization. That's why they brought their bank. There's bank now in Nigeria. They call it Islamic Bank. Come and take money, no interest.
It's plenty now.
So, my brother, let me leave the phone for other people to call me. Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much. We are having a lot of people, coming to the live, and a lot of people calling. But I don't know if time will permit us to attend to them all. But before, maybe we will start calling it a day. There is an issue that I would like Mr. Christian and Mr. Wilbur to react to. It's a very controversial issue. About 3 days ago, there is this man, Sheikh Ahmed Kumi. He made a controversial statement that I termed as rascal. It's a rascality. Now, he said they should arm Igbo youths to start fighting Igbos, the IPOBs, the Biafra agitators, that they should arm Igbos to start killing them. Where did that statement come from? Do you think that statement is maybe an art of meeting the head with Igbo politicians, or he just say it? I don't understand. So I really want to, get from both of you what you think about it. I know that Mr. Wimbu must know Gumi very well. So I really want to hear your own opinion about that.
He's not talking.
Do you want me to go first? Oh, I thought that Mazi Christian will go first before me.
All right.
Okay. If you want me.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. Let me take it. You see.
Yeah.
Gumi was if he was a former military officer. I don't know whether you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a former military officer. I think he left as a major or so, not up to a staff officer. Yeah, I think either major or captain. So that guy has been notorious, to make such statements, these controversial statements, these highly inflammatory statements. I don't blame him. If the Biafran people, if the Igbo people will come as one and begin to speak as one, I don't think any idiot from anywhere will come out and begin to say, "I'm them." And let me tell you, they are going to implement it to the letter. They will do it to the letter. If care is not taken, Mazo Kocha, I am telling you today, they are going to implement it to the letter. They will go through these governors, the stupid governors. They will go through them. You heard the other day, and you saw what Soludo was doing. Who are the vigilante, the security guards Soludo was establishing?
It's part of
what
it.
is their function and what are they going to use them for? These are they promised them that, oh, we are going to retain you. The only thing they have to do is for the case to go to court. Once it gets to court, we will find a way to make you the president, the governor of Anambra State, just like the way they did in Igbo State. That is their stock in trade. And they will do it. Only the Biafran youths that are going to stop it. If not, then they will accomplish it. And you will hear that our people are being, used to kill themselves. I am telling you the truth. They will do it. Don't take it to the bank, Mazo Kocha. They will do it. If the Nigerian government under ECOMOG will go to Liberia and establish a Liberian Peace Council, fund them, give them every support, what makes them not to do the same thing in their own backyard? They will do it. But it is better that he said it out so that all of us will hear than they are doing this surreptitiously and secretly. So we know where to go to, we know what to do, and I believe that the organization, this sovereign state that I support, the United States of Biafra, will not allow, and the other one too, that is in a different part, will not allow this to happen. Otherwise, all of us will pay the price. All of us will pay the price. It is going to be like a stone that is thrown at the center of the mud. Once it splashes, it is going to hit everybody. And they will mutilate us. They will deal with us before their surrogates come in. You know the surrogates I'm talking about, the bandits, terrorists. They will use them, use our own. Remember, Obasanjo said that he used Igbos to fight Igbos. Gowon said if he knew that Igbos love money, he couldn't have wasted his time fighting. And that is exactly what is happening. Most of them you see today that were fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, like that Ijele that they have run and abandoned. Go and check the kind of attacks that guy was giving to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Yeah.
When they were having his court session in Abuja, this guy will be going out there to campaign against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He goes to AIT to make incendiary comments against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Very hateful. I was wondering, even a Yoruba man or a Fulani man cannot be this hateful to his own brother. How can this man be this? How can this man be this. And he was saying, talking everything with alacrity. So, my brother, be rest assured that once they open their mouth and begin to say this, there are plans on the ground to do it. Remember Ebuka Obi. Remember the modus operandi of Ebuka Obi. They were using them to slaughter our own people, even people that went for wedding. You see? So it lies on our hand whether to join them to exterminate our own people or to protect them. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. So over to you, Mr. Christian.
Yeah, that comment from Gumi, for me, because one thing is for sure, I don't get fooled at all. When each time they open their mouth, I know where they are coming from. I know where they are going. I know why they say what they said. So their greatest worry or concern, if you will, is that they don't want to see Nigeria slip away out of their hand. Because Gumi, and just like the rest of them, all of them, there's no exception, all of them, it's all about Islamization, Afghanization. Gumi know that IPOB, Biafrans, they are not putting it up. They are not putting up with this, their nonsense. So it could be that they have meeting with the governor, because those governors are their surrogate, they are the agent that they put there. That to anybody who doesn't know that, I feel sorry for you. These are the mans of this world, paying to send Biafran youth to Mecca, to turn, to convert to Islam. Saying that. So we know this thing. So what Gumi is saying in essence is that, because Gumi know that Yorubaland is way easier for them to get into. It's not to everybody now that they have more leverage. The Fulanis who are pushing this agenda of Islamization, they have more leverage in Yorubaland than they have in Igbo land. So they are working from different angles, using the politicians we have, the governors, and using individual activists. Some of them, like Asari Dokubo, who you play his video. Look at what he said. He made sense. That was when he was human being. That was then. Now he has become one of the emirs, hoping that maybe if Islamism takes over, they will give him one of the emirs or whatever, And they have other agents too. Like I told you, Aisha also, that one too. I think he's a woman or whatever. So these are people, they try to pacify the youth. The people he dress, cover her hair, everything with letterbox, according to Boris Johnson. So these are the people they are using. They are very subtle in what they do. It's all about Islam. It's all about Sharia. Could not allow me. The people, they should be. But I thank God. Sometimes I'll just thank God for you, my dear brother, because people think that we are wasting time. That this thing you are doing is a waste of time. They know that they don't know that Nnamdi Kanu has given birth to so many people. So a lot is happening. We may not have the resources or whatever, but this thing, if you know how deep these topics like this, it reaches far and wide. So it's very helpful. People don't know, but it's making an impact. I'm telling you. So then they won't make it easier for us. We won't make it easier for them too, because we are just people who want to be free and live normal and live peacefully as a human being. But they want to. So when you talk about anything, they're against it. They don't want regionalism. They don't want restructuring. They don't want you to have your own independent. Stay on your own. They don't want to stay on your own. Leave us alone. They don't. You never see wahala. Which kind of wahala? God bless you.
It's all right. It's all right. Let's see if we can take 2 corners again. All right. So hello. Yeah, good evening, sir. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, there is a noise in your background. If you can do me a favor and turn it down.
Okay, it's okay now.
Yeah, it's okay. Your name and where you are calling from. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, my name is Obi.
All right, sir.
Okay, I'm calling out of Nigeria anyway. You see, I listened to the discussion about what my contribution is that it will be very difficult for Islamic extremists to succeed in Yorubaland.
Okay.
I was born into Islamic home.
Okay.
I'm a Muslim in the past.
Okay.
But today I am totally anti-Islamic concept.
Okay.
And within Yoruba, we have not less than 30 or 40% people that thinks like me.
Okay.
And I would say about the remaining out of 70% that will remain, I would say 40% are very liberal.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, some Islamic extremists are going gradually within Yoruba race,
Okay.
which is a point of danger. This Islamic extremists growing up, they are very new. But started around 1991. A group of Yoruba, in fact, I was given a scholarship to the University of Saudi Arabia in the past, which I didn't go anyway. So this group of people, they are now much around.
Okay.
They are being sponsored by Arab world.
Okay.
For purpose of spreading Islam.
Okay.
And now they find opportunity, according to the nature of Nigeria, to affiliate to the. No, I am not sure. This is my own guessing. Affiliating to the north, using the opportunity of the nature of Nigeria to propagate that wrong concept. This problem is not only to Yoruba region. Even though in the eastern region, there was a time I posted an article. I have a feeling that in the east, these people are unique in spirit. They are all Christian. The core of Igbo race is unique to one ideology, Christianity. You can have the advice toward progress of the nation. But today, the nature of Nigeria permitting Islam to penetrate that zone. That was not Muslim in the eastern region in the past. That is the advantage of the country called Nigeria. Because that is the advantage. Because the Islamic is spreading to eastern region is a result of the nature of Nigeria. Let's put this few Islam spreading to the eastern region. Let's do it in reverse. Having been the east is in the nature of the northern mental Islamic extremists. You know that those little Islam penetrating eastern region cannot succeed. They were exterminated immediately. Do you know that? But today, they have opportunity of federal power to be establishing Islamic movement in the east. And I have to pay for that. Because we Yoruba today are suffering on religious diversity. Despite the culture of Yoruba make the zone to be still liberal. But we are facing a new set of people growing extremists, which is a danger for the future of Yoruba. But I think it will come to pass. We're going to succeed there. They will not succeed. They will not succeed in the Western region because majority of Yoruba, they don't have that extreme spirit. They don't have it. All these people, they are just few people, and they are doing it for money purpose because they've been sponsored. For instance, there's a king in Yoruba race today called Oluwo. This guy from source, we heard that he's been sponsored by the Arab world. Now, using the drone to propagate, condemning Yoruba culture with a guy called Mufuti of Igbo. These are the two extremists. We have little of them going up, being sponsored by the outside world. So, the problem we are facing again is that with the governor, because of politics, because this guy is supposed to be arrested long time. Well, just some time ago, he said it publicly that all Yoruba Muslims should go have gun, have issue, know how to swim. We're going to start jihad. They're supposed to be arrested.
Yeah.
But nobody arrested him. I don't know reason for that. But I can assure everybody that they can't succeed in Yorubaland.
Amen.
That Islamic movement cannot succeed in the name of God. So I leave you people for now.
All right. I really appreciate your contribution, and it sounds good. And the hope of everyone is that, like me, I want a place where everyone will live freely. It could be any place, any country. Let everyone live freely. Let no suppression, no imposition of any kind of religion against you. But anyway, I've heard what you say.
It's very sad. It's very sad. Nigeria is a zone of bondage. I'm very sorry to say it's just a zone of bondage. It's very pity. I don't know why. I don't know why we still stay together. But let me leave you. Take care.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. Wow. This could be our last caller. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, my brother, culture. Happy Sunday.
I wish you the same. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. How are you doing?
Fine. You have the mic for about 5 to 6 hours. I know you have been calling before, and that is Chris from Anambra State.
Chris. This is one of the in fact, thank God for what is happening, the eye-opening and everything.
Okay.
You know, the truth there is that all these things, even if the whole Nigeria turned today, all of us become Islam. Fulani is not doing this thing because they love Islam or they want to just Islamize Nigeria. They are doing this thing for their own. You know, even if we decide now, because to me, let's assume now that it's okay. We love Islam. Okay, if everybody becomes Islam, even if everybody becomes Islam, just like the Hausas. I used to tell people that time that if you want to talk, they will tell you this is not this is not just a tribal, it's not Fulani, this and that. But are they not killing Muslims in the north? I tell them that those Muslims they are killing, they are not Fulani. Fulani is just hiding on that Muslim to carry out what they want to do for their own benefits. As a tribe, they find Nigeria as the only place where they can settle, where they can call their home. So they just found Islam as the only religion that gives them that ground to kill. Because if they come to become a Christian, as a Christian, you cannot tell somebody that you are killing for Jesus. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So they have checked and they find out that Islam is the only platform that they can carry out their tribal war against every other tribe in Nigeria. This is war. They are already in war with every other tribe in Nigeria, but they are just hiding under religion. That is why I pity even Yoruba self. Because after they have used them to succeed, they will still turn back and start killing them, even though they are Muslims, just like what they did to Hausas. So the reason why you see them now pushing, if you can check back the culture, you find out whenever, during the time of good luck, they change strategy. They are always changing strategy. During the time of good luck, they formed Boko Haram, start bombing, doing bombing. Immediately Buhari entered, they stopped that bombing. They stopped bombing. They change strategy. They go into banditry. And they start this Ruga. Because the aim and that Ruga, what they plan with Ruga, if you say they succeeded with Ruga now, you will not be hearing anything until they plan what they conclude their plan. Then they will come out full to fight because it's war. So what they wanted to do with Ruga is that after they will be building nation inside nation, they will have their own, like this hunger now you are seeing. If you enter inside that Ruga they build, everything will be there. Light will be there. Nigerians will be suffering. But between that Fulani settlement, they will have light, they will have food, they will have everything. You should check that man that they interviewed there. This man, I don't know whether it's in your platform. I watched that video. This man that is a teacher that ran away, that escaped from that Sambisa forest.
Okay, no, it was not you, do. It was Lucky Udu platform on YouTube.
Okay. So the man said something. The man said that Sambisa that we are thinking that Sambisa is a forest. That is not forest. That what is the name? Babangida built it. That inside there they have everything. They have food. Even this rice that we are looking for rice, they are importing rice. They have everything. They have light. They have water. The only thing is that you cannot speak English. You understand? It's only Islam. And Fulani is in charge. So what Fulani is doing, they find out what is happening now. What is happening now is that they have checked any other alternative to really take hold of Nigeria again. They find out that it's only through Islam and through this thing they are doing now. Because if you come to Islam, they have upper hand. So if they establish this Sharia everywhere, definitely Fulani will be the head of every, you understand, every court there. They will already they are the leader in all the mosque. They are the leader. So because at the end of the day, they will be using other tribes, that is Islam, to fight other tribes. But for them, they will just be sitting down and be controlling. Just like what they are doing in army, what they are doing in police. They will be controlling, they will be in charge, they will be on top, then they will be directing you.
Okay.
Using one Nigeria as their. So let us know, this is not question of Islamizing. No, Fulani is the one. They are using this thing to carry out. They are just hiding under Islam. Even if all of us, okay, today, all of us, we want to become Islam. If Islam will make us good, okay, this thing will still continue. They will still be killing us. That is my take.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution.
God bless you, my brother.
All right. So before we call it a day, Mr. Awimbun, give us your last contribution before Mr. Christian and our last guest, so that we can come to the end of the program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mazi Okocha, for having me. And those in the comment section, you are the one that is making this platform to move. Subscribe, share at any time. It is well with you. You see, the only thing I have to tell my people, especially the Biafra people,
Your network is poor.
It's not to wait until it happens in Yorubaland. Like I said before, it's hard.
Are you there? Unfortunately, we can't hear anything. We can't hear you.
It's bad.
We can't hear you. All right. Before you get a good network, Mr. Christian, please give us your last contribution. You mute your mic. We can't hear you. You mute your mic.
Okay, I think he should have muted it anyway, but all right. Yeah. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, so by the grace of God, next week you hear from me. I will speak again. So there's a way everything is now, but it's fine. So that last call I was saying something about. Yeah, of course. For the Fulani, it's not about. They're just using Islam as avenue.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just using it to propagate what they will do anyway, because.
Okay.
Like he said, if everybody in Nigeria becomes a Muslim, they will still do what they will do. They will still bring in all the rest of the Fulanis from the entire Sahel region. Because a sitting governor said it. I think he's still a governor now. He said it some years back. Yeah, that they have this program. Nigeria. I don't know. I've never seen
we have short memory.
Jesus Christ, a governor that sworn an oath, to defend the country and defend the people, open his mouth, said that they have a program to bring in all the Fulanis from this Sahel region and settle them in Nigeria. And the Chamberlain, the journalist, asked him, and he said to him, so are you saying that all the Fulanis who are not Nigerian should be allowed to come into Nigeria and settle? He said, yes, that is what they are doing. Hey, and nobody hold him to account,
You understand? Nobody hold him to account.
And that is the result of what we are seeing today. They've allowed them in, all of them. So for them, they just want Nigeria to settle all the Fulanis and to dominate them and slowly but surely just eliminate and take over their customs and tradition and force Islam on them. Then they will have their emir who will be supervising you, and you all will be paying homage to the Sultan. That is what it's all about. They've done it in other places like in Ilori. They've done it to the Hausas. So it's not like we're making things up. It's something they've already shown you. They've already shown us whom they are. So why would you have to circumspect or doubt them? So that is what it's all about. But one thing I will have to say quickly is that I thank goodness every time I pray. I thank God that at least Democrats are not in charge now. So God, anyway, let me not go into it because I don't want to begin to sound like a prophet or man of God or whatever. But God knows how things work out, And there's the reason why nobody would have thought that Trump would be alive and be president today. Democrats, Obama in particular, and including Joe Biden, when Trump was there before, you know that Trump put Nigeria as one of the countries that sponsor Christian massacre. You know that?
Yeah.
Joe Biden came in, he removed it. Now, when Obama came to Nigeria before Jonathan election, Obama was working with the Fulani to remove Jonathan, claiming that to keep Nigeria one is a tax that must be done. Obama is a son of a bitch. How do you keep Nigeria one at the expense of people buying up and down? He didn't care. He doesn't care. So now we have a new sheriff in town, and he's not going to tolerate all these things. People don't know what is coming. Let's what I say. He's not going to tolerate the massacre, continuous massacre. And let me tell you that they are jittery. All this Nigerian government, they're shitting on their pants as we speak now. The other guy, Akinyemi, advised Tinubu to stay away, stay clear of Trump. Did you not hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they know whom he is. He's not going to miss word. He's a straight shooter. He's going to, I don't even know if you want to see him because he knows that this is a very, despicable human being. So we live in an interesting time now. A lot is going to be happening moving forward. He's new in the office, like barely a month. So fingers crossed, my brother. God bless. Udo the legi one.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Have a nice day.
You too. God bless.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Mwibun, you were saying something before you leave. You can just summarize it before we turn to hard notes and end the program.
I will do that in a jiffy. You see, like I was saying, the Southeast South must not wait for what is happening to Yoruba happens to them before they rise up to defend their land. Do not wait. Don't wait until it happened there before. Because if you refuse to be prepared right now, nobody knows. These people have been preparing these things for quite a long time. They have been in this business for quite a long time. They've been training even their children, people that cannot even cock AK-47 or 48 or 49. Rather, they will use their feet to cock it or their foot to cock it and fire. That is the extent these people have gone. And they carry out very strong automatic assault rifles that has the capacity of about 30 bullets in it, and a traveling distance of 1.8 kilometers. That is for AK-47, and a killing range of 300 meters. You cannot use pump action guns to challenge such people. You will not wait before the enemy brings the fight into your house. No matter how divided you people are, no matter the acrimony, the animosity, please be prepared, because it is going to happen. These guys are not playing. They will continue to test your pulse until they got what they want. Thank you so much, and may God bless the Biafran people right across Biafra land and the riverine areas. I love you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Speak to us in 5 minutes before we call it a day. Hello, are you there?
Yeah,
you can unmute
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Thanks for giving me a few minutes. Okay, I would just like to, so the last caller before you had your guest speak, kind of summarize what I wanted to point out. The thing of changing strategies, So it's very important that we trace where this is coming from, at least, because Uthman Danfodio had started a jihad and was pushing down south, and he was somewhere he was halted somewhere in the middle belt, and they made incursions maybe to Ilorin or something, but they didn't get down, to the most parts of the south. And it was, what actually part of what halted that advance was the British. Once the British came in to the whole equation, the British now took over the whole space. But the British themselves also realized that they chose the Fulani people as their chosen proxy tribe, because they understood their workings and saw the way they worked. So they said, okay, these are people we work with. And they gave them power and leadership. And that's what Nzogu et al. Tried to stall in 1966. They were thinking, in a nationalistic manner, that we are trying to free everybody from that. If you listen to one of the coup plotters, Moboshi, before he died, he clearly stated that one of the main reasons they carried out the coup was to halt Islamization. And it was going to go to the southwest, because the southwest was more prone, because they already had these Muslims, and Akintola was already working with the Sadwana against Awu. But you see, unfortunately, Igbo people will now pay a huge price, very terrible price, massacred a lot, they killed a lot of people, and they are still paying the price today. And even after that massacre, the Yoruba sent their obas up north to go and thank the northerners for not killing their people. It's a good thing, but it's very good we call out the role the Yorubas have played. You see, the caller that called you before that other man, the Yoruba dude, he was deflecting, leaving the issue at hand, talking about the Southeast, that the Southeast is also prone. How does that help anybody? We the Southeast, we are the number one target of the Fulani and the British, because they've already seen what we can do just via the Biafran war. They've seen our nature, so they've marked us for self-destruction. And we know, and we are lucky to get someone like Nnamdi Kanu that came in and now, created IPOB and spread worldwide. So we are vigilant. We have something on board. What are the Yorubas doing? They are sabotaging. I don't know what they are doing. They have the whole power now, because they have the political and military power. You see that the Fulanis have changed strategy. That's why now they are going through this whole Sharia stuff. During Buhari's tenure, they had military power. They were using it for banditry and forceful grabbing of land. But during that time, they recruited a lot of rehabilitated terrorists into the army, and they pushed all these people down south, mainly to the east. So these guys are wearing uniform now, parading out our spaces, killing our people recklessly, with reckless abandon. So what I want to call here is the role the Yorubas are playing a role. I know they like to blame Igbos and scapegoat us, but we have paid a great price. Igbo, I lost my paternal grand uncle in the north. He was beheaded during the pogrom. My father's cousins were slaughtered. These were graduates who went up north and started working in the civil service, and did not stop there. I lost my uncle during the Civil War. My dad was lucky to survive the Civil War. And even after he survived, they frustrated him in the federal civil service. And the Yorubas are the ones responsible, because most of them are the ones that dominate the federal civil service. They don't want to see any woman breathing anywhere. And they bring that thing to the diaspora too. I have to call out this thing they are doing. They are going to doom all of us, all of the ethnic tribes. They should change. We have a common enemy, and the Fulani and the British. The Igbos are not your enemy. I know that they see us as competitors, but we are not your enemies. We are not looking to kill you. We want to buy, we'll buy your land if you want to buy your land and settle in your place. But we don't have a plan to kill you and take over your land. We don't. That's the point I want to raise. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate your contribution. Thank you. So with this, we can call it a day. I really want to appreciate everyone who tuned in. Thank you so much. There are a lot of people on the comment section. If I want to start mentioning names, I'm not going to leave here. So I really appreciate everyone that tuned in. Please do well to join me as well tomorrow, the same time, or probably tomorrow. No, I don't have fixed time because of situation of things here. Maybe tomorrow we'll start by 12 p.m. We have a lot of issues to discuss that affects where we call our home. Okay, thanks everyone for joining. Good evening.
Instead of them to actually discuss the 1999 constitution, it is a fraud already. That constitution is a fraud. Now, what you are doing now, you want to start, advancing the interest of those religious groups to actually now confirm that Nigeria is an Islamic state. And let me tell you something that people don't know. This thing was caused by the British. Between 1900 and 1960, they knew that they cannot govern the North except they allowed them to practice their religion, and they were using their religious leader to basically govern them. It is called indirect rule. Immediately after independence, 1960, the British knew that they shouldn't have forged these two people together. They know. But because they want to achieve the divide and rule and to be able to conquer and take our resources and steal whatever they want to steal over the years, they merged these two people together. They could not govern the North and South under one religious or administration. They know. So they now give independence and march you people to work together. That was why the 1960 coup started. That was how the Civil War started. Now, 86, Babangida came with the OIC stuff, tried to Islamize us. It didn't work. In 2000, when 1999-2000, when Obasanjo came, he permitted them to start practicing Sharia. Today now, they want to consolidate it. Once you remove that person, all of us, whether you are Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Jukun, Christian, traditional, you are now under the law, the Islamic law, because they put it in the constitution.
In fact, listening to the member that was representing Ahoda East, Abu Anudua Federal Constituency, River State, I want to get his words. He said personal matters that was envisaged, he says, by the people who drafted this constitution. And I want to quote him. The implication is, if the word personal is removed, Islamic law would have broader implications. The word personal was put there for a reason. Let's talk a bit about this whole conversation about Islamizing the country with our population and our dynamics. Is it possible that someone can sneak this in at some point and force all of us under some sort of regulation that we do not ascribe to? Is it possible that this can happen in this country?
It is possible, and don't be deceived. It's going to happen. Do you know Constantinople? Today's Turkey, They were almost 98% Christian before now. Today, it's an Islamic country. I mean, I did Islam in my master's program, and I was trained by Professor Alijani. He's a Persian. He's an Iranian American. And I scored A. That's excellent in Islam. So I know them. It may take them 1,000 years. They will Islamize Nigeria. So they will take it slowly, gradually. They don't forget. All of us will be dead after some time. Our children that don't care, or this Jay-Z will come. They will still Islamize this country. If they can do it in Turkey, today's Turkey, what stops you? Why do you think they won't do it here? Except we take steps now, because we are the ones that are talking about these things. Our next generation in 50 years will not even care. You understand? So I'm thinking that if some part of the country, I don't want to be specific, if they feel strongly about an ideology, a religious, but I think they can restrict it to their area. And I think maybe Tinubu should do well by developing this issue of regional autonomy where everybody should organize themselves, or at worst, let the country actually go apart, and you can do whatever you want in your area. I've come to that conclusion that I don't think we can stay together because of this very strong belief about religion. So it's either we stay together, or people should mind their religion and stay where they are and practice what they want. Imposing it on others is wrong. I study Islam, and I don't want to talk blasphemy here. If I start talking about Islam in the next 3 hours, we will not live here.
No, we don't want you to talk blasphemy either. Talking about our country, in many, we are not a religious country, so to speak, on paper. We're a secular nation. What kinds of conversations should we be having with the Nigerian people, especially the younger generation, about how to ensure that we remain secular, where you can practice your religion in any part of the country that you please without imposing your views or belief systems on any other person? What kind of conversations should we be having, and what should our lawmakers be thinking at the back of their minds? At least they've made the first step, which is dropping this bill and ensuring that it doesn't go through. But in subsequent conversations that you said will inevitably come up, what should we be doing as a people to ensure this doesn't happen?
I'm going to be extreme. For me, if you look at Sudan, we have now North Sudan, South Sudan. I think we should have Northern Nigeria and Southern. Then they can practice whatever they want. There's no dialogue because they will not stop. I've told you it may take 1,000 years. They will still do it. But if you let everybody go their way, maybe you have the north, they remain there, and you have the sovereignty down south, then you can do what you want. But if you remain and you think you can talk to your Jay-Z and people that don't care about anything, it will happen. It took hundreds of years before Turkey, Constantinople, Istanbul was converted completely today. And if you look at history will tell you that you cannot assuage these people. Who owns those banks? I did a lot of research, and I want our audience to go and find out the owner of Taj Bank and the other bank. Then the picture will start getting clear to you. You have the Jaiz Bank and you have the Taj Bank. It is an open source information. Go on the internet, the board of directors, you will see the shareholders. I don't want to mention them on national television. Go and do your research, and you're beginning to understand. You begin to understand what I said, that people have been sponsoring terrorism because they want to Islamize Nigeria. Now Tinubu has come, and it's a little bit very hard on them. That section, the kinetic approach is failing. So they are now trying to bring it through the constitution, want to legalize it. If we cannot go through the bush and kill as many people, and they are still resisting us. And this man has come and is fighting this is just killing all the fighters. Then let us go to the house and bring it in through the back door. We just remove that clause, personal. They will not know. They may not pay attention. They will just, and that is it. They will still do this thing. Go and find out the owners of those banks. They are the ones sponsoring these narratives. And I always say it on television, go after the sponsors. Those guys speaking in the house, they are just paid to do that. And with time, they're going to bribe the remaining ones and they will pass it. If not this year, it may be 10 years time. If it's not 10 years time, it may be 50 years. They are going to Islamize this country. But I think the solution, what we should be discussing with people should try to understand we are not the same people. The North and South